We start at January 31st, still at Granada, for there is one person whose story we did not get to witness last time we were there. Sigurd. While the rest were out partying, you had been doing some research. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And you got received an email from one of your contacts regarding that research. A package was to be dispatched to you, and today it has arrived.
Been waiting for this. Um, so I'm taking it back to my quarters, or sorry, to the hangar, and getting into the cockpit of my Zaku. Um, it's where I spend most of my time.
You open up.
Um,
Go ahead.
yeah, I'll get comfy, check it out.
All right, when you open up the package, it is a stack of paperwork and a few photographs in a manila folder sent to you by your various contacts. This was not easy to get. This has been the accumulation of months of work on your end and your friends' ends, but you have the names you've been looking for.
All right. He smiles, sits back, catches himself not to sit too far back. Um, and he's opens a data pad and sees that he's supposed to be going to some soiree celebration thing, and that is absolutely the last place that he wants to be. Those are not the kind of people he wants to be around. He has absolute disdain for the nobility, wants nothing to do with it.
So,
It's all above his pay grade.
do you try to skip it? Because you can skip the event. I will stress, like they probably aren't going to send anyone to get you. It just means you won't receive any decorations, and your promotion will be given to you hastily by Isaac before you leave, essentially, in paperwork.
Yeah, I like that.
Right, so Sigurd, you skip the award ceremony. There's a brief awkward silence in the room as Sigurd's name is called out, and you all realize your wayward squad mate is not there. Just a small addition to the award ceremony last time. We won't play it out again, but just so you all know. Sigurd, I do have a question for you.
Mhm.
In terms of the names you now have, is there anyone that you have met in this game so far that you want to say their name is on the list, that it is not a player character? And also not Mista.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with one of them, maybe associated with uh, what's the organization that was interested in Isaac?
The Cassili Agency or Heinrich Cesars?
Heinrich Sars. Like one
Okay.
of them is like pictured in one of their uniforms.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so the XO of Heinrich Cesars is involved in what you've been researching.
Yeah, it's not Heinrich himself, but it's somebody that seems to be with his unit as notable by his uniform.
All right, noted. And just as the camera pans over Sigurd, what is this package all about at the end? What is this whole research about that you've been doing?
Just trying to find somebody who's been looking for quite a while. Um, Sigurd is kind of concerned that the war may be ending because the only reason he's been here is it's his only lead. And if peacetime comes, it's going to be a lot harder to find a certain person that he needs to find.
Well, as isolated as you have been, you've missed the news, but you don't miss it now as a mechanic knocks on your cockpit and says, "Hey, get out! We have to get these ready for transport. You've been reassigned to the Earth Attack Force, dip."
Ah, fuck off. All right, all right. quickly gathers the papers, shoves them in his jacket, onto data pad, make sure nothing fell out or is left behind,
All right.
hops down, and fucks off out of there.
And that is where we end your aside with your cryptic little research and search for name. All right, we cut away to everyone else. It is again January 31st is where we actually are now. You are all in a briefing room aboard a HLV aboard a Musa. Good old Colonel Mista and the officers of the 2nd Airborne Regiment are there as well. Isaac, you're there, but your entire MS team, due to the unique nature of your attachment to the unit, is also present. Mista has a blackboard up, a projector screen up with a map. And she says, "Gentlemen, this is the Minsk region of Earth, and it is our target. While the rest of the 1st Terrestrial Mobile Division will be landing in Central Asia, we will land a day or two after them and proceed by air to this region. Our objective is to cut off Federation reinforcements from rushing east, as we expect they will. Our opposition will be the Federation 3rd Brigade, nicknamed the Minsk Guards, essentially a form of local territorial unit. The operation is quite simple. After the majority of us land at the airport and begin traveling by air, this HLV, the HLV will land us north of Minsk. Once there, 1st Battalion will begin an advance on the city itself to engage the federal forces. Fishhook, our newest addition, she nods to you, Isaac, will proceed down Route M14 to the Earth Federation Ground Force Minsk Air Base. There, you will neutralize any opposition you find and secure the air base, at which point the 2nd Battalion will reinforce us from the air. 2nd Battalion will then travel and flank the Federation forces in Minsk, cutting them off entirely from an eastward route. Any questions so far?
I raise my hand.
Captain Isaac.
If this is a blocking operation, how long do we expect to need to hold out until relieved?
This will not be a holding operation. Are meant to stop federal forces by advancing east, and we have been ordered to do so by the division command by eliminating all federal forces in Minsk. We have been allotted a time of 24 hours to achieve this objective. During that time, the 2nd Airborne Regiment must have fully destroyed the 3rd Federal Brigade.
I raise my hand again.
Captain Isaac.
And if we fail to meet our objective within 24 hours?
If we fail to meet our objective within 24 hours, then we will end up bogged down in hostile territory waiting for Xeon reinforcements to link up with us. If that is to occur, we will attempt to make contact with our sister regiments in the north and south, who are attacking their own objectives. If any of these raids succeed, any raids that failed will link up with the ones that have succeeded. So, if the 1st Airborne Regiment's drop has succeeded, we will retreat from this sector and rejoin them. At which point, both our forces will come back to Minsk.
I nod.
Any other questions? One of the airborne officers raises a hand and goes, "Isn't it a bit dicey if the rest of the main force is going to be landing in Central Asia, ma'am? This is pretty far from Central Asia." There's a few murmurs of agreement from the other airborne officers, and Mista just kind of smacks her hand with the pointer to silence everyone and goes, "It is dicey, but that's why we're an airborne unit. We're meant to be ahead."
Besides, he can still show up and take the credit 3 times faster later.
There's a smattering of laughter at that, but Mista kind of fixes you with a look.
Ma'am.
Thank you for your contribution, Sergeant.
John raises a hand.
Sergeant Major.
Are any of the existing Earth Federation Air Forces stationed at Minsk going to be shooting at us while we drop?
Unlikely. It is expected that Minsk Air Base will scramble its squadrons to intercept the efforts in Central Asia, thus giving us our opening. If there are any, it'll be stragglers who were delayed in launching, or it'll be a squadron returning from their raids in the east. In which case, the mission remains the same. Destroy them.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Another airborne officer will speak up if no one else has any questions and goes, should we expect any federal reinforcements for the 3rd Brigade? It's already a tall order to fight a brigade with just a regiment, man. And Mista just nods and goes, excellent question. To be blunt, intelligence is unclear on that. The hope is that if we can achieve our objective within 24 hours, federal reinforcements will be deterred from advancing and will instead attempt to consolidate their positions. I admit, if we fail to take the city in 24 hours, or the federal forces show an uncharacteristic display of initiative, let's say, then it is possible we will end up outnumbered by more than 4-1. At which point we will have to rely on our mobile suits and tenacity to even the odds. Fishhook, if such an event does occur, I will be having your element act as a rear guard for our withdrawal to the 1st or 3rd regiments.
You can count on us, ma'am.
Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Very glad to hear it.
I will say, though, one thing that has me startled about all this, and I apologize for speaking out of turn, is, well, all this relies on us keeping good chattering amongst all of us so that we know when something's happening, right? So, how are Minovsky particles going to affect a terrestrial battlefield for communication?
Unfortunately, Sergeant Major, Intel and Engineering has yet to come up with a decisive report on that. There are some theories that the Minovsky interference will be far less than what you would anticipate in space. Some are arguing that it will be far worse in Earth's atmosphere. There is no clear answer as of yet, and we will be making history with this operation in more ways than one. That said, I've already decided to assign Lieutenant Friedrich's mechanized unit will be acting as motorized couriers. So if the Minovsky particles relay render radio communications useless, expect to see little signal flags waving at you from armored vehicle.
Yes, ma'am.
At the end of the day, gentlemen, we will do our best, and we will complete the orders given to us by command, come what may. But I cannot stress, I do not want to spend the entire war besieged in some Russian shithole. So let's make this quick. Another officer then raises his hand and goes, ma'am, I think it's Belarus, actually. She just nods. Next up would be Polyoff Telhans, who has some parting words before the operation begins. He will be attached to our regiment permanently, it seems. And everyone's favorite Polyoff comes to the front of the room.
I can't but help think, does this guy follow me everywhere?
How many people are grimacing behind him, like when he's turned away from them?
Actually, most of these airborne officers seem very happy to see him.
That makes sense. They're airborne. Never mind. I get it.
They're already kind of crazy if we're being blunt right now.
Yeah.
Mista, however, does kind of grimace when he turns his back to her. And Polyoff Telhans would begin with saying, first off, my great compatriots, let me simply say that I am honored to have been attached to an illustrious unit such as the 2nd Airborne Regiment. Rest assured that I will have no interference with your commands, nor will I question any decisions you deem to be tactically or strategically necessary. He smiles at Everett. After all, the combined officers of Xeon, you have all been trained and educated to win this war. Through your aggressive spirit of action, we will prevail. The timetable of 24 hours may seem tight, but let us not forget the words of history. There are years in history where nothing happens, and there are days where years happen. This will be one of those days, the day we begin the liberation of our Earthnoid cousins from the tyranny of the Federation. For let us not forget that it is the first victims of Earthnoid oppression are the Earthnoids themselves. So, that all that is to say, I know some of you may be keen to have vengeance for the death toll and destruction wrought upon us in space, but it is Supreme Commander Giran's orders that we take a gentle hand with the Earthnoids. There is to be no pillaging, harassment of civilians, or burning of necessary civilian infrastructure. There's a groan from someone in the crowd at that.
They put away their torch. They wanted to burn a church down or something.
That said, we've also heard rumors that the Federation has been arming militia bands to oppose our landing. Now then, with the Antarctic Treaty, all uniformed combatants are legal. But we should not put aside the risk that some deluded fanatics may view themselves as partisans of oligarchy and seek to hinder our advances. So I ask that all of you officers be aware of any potential partisan activity that may hinder our operation. And finally, do not forget, our lives belong to Xeon and her people. Hail Xeon! And there's, it goes throughout the crowd as people stand up and salute quick. There's kind of a race among the officers as people try to jump up as quickly as they can because no one wants to be the last one to have said.
Hail Xeon.
Hail Xeon.
Hail Xeon.
Isaac, are you the last one to say it? Sigurd,
Yeah,
are you the
thing is,
last one to say it?
I just really
Definitely.
distracted.
Isaac,
Tell
you
them.
suddenly realize everyone's jumped to their feet and started saluting. What do you?
I guess I gotta go do it, so I'll labor up and join in.
So good of you to join us, Captain Urban, Telhans drawls out, and there is laughter again from the airborne officers as everyone sits back down. I have nothing further to add for the moment, ma'am. Thank you for allowing me some of your precious time. Mista just grunts. All right,
Oh.
if there's no more questions, you're all dismissed. We'll be in transit for a little bit, waiting for word that the initial Earth landings have proceeded as planned, and then our turn in the show will begin.
All right.
Just like that, you're all dismissed. All right. So welcome to your only free time this session. Make it count. You all have a bit of time to RP, hang out, do anything you're going to do in terms of final preparation.
I would like to go meet our new NPC, Meat Shields.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, we could start with that. As you all filter out, two people who were not allowed in the meeting, despite being an MS team because of their ranks.
Oh, actually, I have a better idea for that. One moment. I walk out and I see the two of them. What are their names?
Nirma and Maka.
And I say, Corporal. Oh, what was it? Nirma's the one up. Yep,
Nirma's the one
Corporal
you promoted.
Nirma.
Sir, I'm a private first class, sir.
No, it's Corporal now. Anyways, where were you? You were late. The doors were shut before you got in.
Sir, we're not allowed in there. We're privates.
Well, if a loud like these sergeants can get in, I'm pretty sure they can make an exception if we're missing two pilots and we have a very particular task at hand. Anyways, come on.
The two scraggly teenagers kind of wilt under Urban's lecture and look to the sergeants for help, assistance,
Relief.
saving.
So, Jean just very bearishly puts a paw on each shoulder, because he's built like a fucking refrigerators are built like this man. It's just like, come on, Captain, don't be so harsh on him. These ones are green round the gills.
And now I'm going to have to explain the operation to them. And when we just had it explained to us. You really want to make more work for me, Corporal?
No, sir. I'm very sorry, but again, we weren't allowed in, sir.
Tell you what, I'll take over explaining what the hell we gotta do with them, and you can go off and do whatever it is that you officers do, Captain.
You see, the two of you should be more like the Sergeant Major here. Now that's a soldier.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I walk off.
They're both carrying their rucks still, Jean, and the rest of you see that they still have their rucks on their back. No one's told them where to go. They just arrived on the ship today before it left.
All right. First and foremost, don't worry about getting comfy. There is no getting comfy on an HLV.
No, we're not going to be comfy for a while.
All you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
have,
walk up alongside of him.
might as well put your rucks in your Zakus wherever they might be.
Yes, sir.
Don't call me sir. I fight for a living.
Understood, Sergeant Major. Sorry, Sergeant Major.
Call me Jean.
They kind of both look at each other as if this is a trap.
Look, I get it. You're fresh out of the academy. I used to also be fresh out of the academy. Alright? But right now, Xeon, and more important, the captain and me, do not need you to be the perfect soldier. We need you to be the soldiers that know what to do to survive what is about to happen. Alright?
Maka would
So-
kind of nervously speak up and go, What is about to happen, Sergeant Major? John?
Oh, it's nothing much. We're just gonna drop
Little
from orbit
smash
on
and
a.
grab.
We're just gonna drop from orbit, hit the ground running without any reinforcements really, and fight a Federation regiment tooth and nail for 24 hours and kill them. See, all in a day's work.
It's going to be fun.
Well, it's a good thing the feds don't know how to fight.
Something like that.
That's right.
So,
Besides, you guys should have beginner's luck. Right?
well, just hoping. So what we're actually gonna be doing, we're gonna drop around Minsk. I don't know how to say it.
Minsk.
Minsk. Yeah, that. We're gonna drop around Minsk, and we're gonna advance on an Earth Federation airbase. Now, if we're lucky, then ain't none of those squadrons are really gonna be showing up in force because they're gonna be attacking the larger landing group that landed in Central Asia. The issue is, they ain't landing with us. We are the people here. Capiche?
Understood. So we're jumping in ahead of the main force, essentially.
To a certain extent. We're jumping in and we're gonna beat the brakes off of the Federation forces stationed here and secure this city so that the main forces can link up with us and we can all be the spearhead. Issue is, we gotta do it quick, because otherwise if we get bogged down here, well, it's us. Just us. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll be the rear guard if all shit if shit hits the fan and everything goes to hell in a handbasket, which is the most dangerous job.
Why did you have
Now.
to say rear guard again?
Now, lucky for you, Fishhook Squadron is really good at being desperate measures. So, you're gonna be perfectly fine. Ain't nothing bad gonna happen to you as long as you listen to some orders, know which ones to ignore, and shoot steady.
We could do that. We both had more than passing marks in MS firearms.
Yeah, it's always
Have you experienced live combat yet?
But no, we were the last
safe
class
fishers,
before.
tin cods.
Loon.
You'll get the feel for it right away.
Understood.
Oh, sorry. By the way, my I think my ping fucked me and had my stuff transmit later. My point is, don't worry so much about this whole dog and pony show, right? If you can live through a fight to be chewed out for not exactly adhering to strict protocol, guess what? You live through the fight. And that's important. We don't got mobile suits to go around for everybody. So everyone who gets put into one of them has to be good at their job. Because at the end of the day, it's just you in the cockpit that decides what happens. No
I'm
orders.
gonna ask you, Jean. I'm gonna let you choose here. Do you want to use expression or leadership? And I'm actually gonna let you use charm with this, is what I'm gonna ask for.
I'll use leadership.
All right, roll.
So that is a 4. I have because it's 2d6, right?
Yep.
And leadership and charm is 5, so threshold of 5, result of
So
4.
2 successes.
Oh,
Yeah, you see their back straighten out. Their resolve seems to stiffen. It seems like your pep talk is what they needed to relax and take a breath a bit. And they just kind of go, they nod and they go, okay, we'll get to our Zaku's and we'll get our kits stored away. Thank you, Sergeant Major. Come on, Maka. Nirmo leads his compatriot off and the two jog off. One of them almost tripping with the
Those two remind me
can't-
of what's wrong. It hurts a little bit to look back on what you used to be.
No, I can't tell if that was incredibly inspiring or sadistic. Like, you know
Tell-
those kids are dying, right?
Tell you what, I'm a glass half full kind of guy. I don't know what type of glass full category you fall into, Sigurd, but
Depends on what's in it.
then let's hope we're drinking from a chalice of victory.
I'll drink to that.
All right, and I think that's where we're going to cut away from you two. I'm going to ask. I know where Isaac's running off to because Isaac's running off to go do Isaac things. I am curious, Theo and George. Did you two head off with Isaac? Did you head off in a separate direction, or you've just been silently observing?
So Isaac ran off to go do some sort of command type thing. John sort of took over polishing our privates.
Don't
Never say that again.
don't say it like that.
Consider that a standing order, actually.
I had to think
Yes,
too
sir.
hard to get
We're
some
standing right at
non-euphemisms.
attention, I see.
Don't
Uh,
make me. You know this is Gundam. I can just fucking hit you if I want.
Oh,
That's
No,
true.
no, no, no. This is not the federal forces.
Oh
There
god
are
damn
wolves
it!
sitting in subordinate.
I suppose I'll be going to check in on our upgraded Zaku's to see if there's anything special or if we can get any last minute checks or upgrades on them before we hit our landing.
George, where were you headed?
He's probably sitting next to the mobile suit, just reading over his letter that he got from his father over and over again.
Okay, so you two are both heading to the hangar. Where was Isaac heading, Goma?
Back to the Zaku just to make some last minute checks.
Okay, you're all at the Zaku's, is what I'm hearing.
That's
then, the
pretty
three
much
of
where
you.
I was going to be heading back to afterwards, anyways.
So, Theo, by the time you arrive at the hangar, George and Isaac are already there. George is hiding in his cockpit, it seems like. And you go over to the engineering section leader, who kind of just turns to you and goes, "Sir."
Wait, this is me? I thought we were talking to
Yeah.
Theo.
Yeah, it's just sort of sir, how you doing? Yeah, at ease. It's fine. How's things going in here?
Well, we've had to strip out like half your thrusters because you're not going to need them on Earth. So we're yanking them all out because, well, what are you going to do with omnidirectional maneuverability under gravity, right?
Not a whole lot. Up is kind of the most important one, huh?
Yeah, we've also stripped off the nuclear attack plating because with the Antarctic Treaty, no one should be slinging nukes around.
Yeah, here's hoping.
Also, Yurizaku's got retrofitted to the latest model, so they've now got these Vulcan machine gun feeds for dealing with smaller targets.
So the chest Vulcans, right? These anti infantry and light armor and whatnot, right?
Yeah, I heard they worked pretty well for the Red Comet, but that was in space where you have omnidirectionality again. I'm not sure how this is going to work in Earth where you could just torso twist.
Yeah, I'm sure you can make it work with torso twists.
I guess.
I've seen pilots work with less.
Still, I wouldn't rely on them too much. That mounting position's kind of awkward. Probably would have been better if they had let us put it in the heads, but that's apparently there's something about the sensors it would mess with.
The head might be a stretch, but what about making some kind of Vulcan pod for one of the arms? Maybe get some kind of an autocannon feed.
We'd have to yank out the Vulcan and all the ammunition storage and retrofit it onto the arm. I guess we could try it.
Well, if we have any spare arms kicking around, it might be an interesting project.
That's a good joke, sir. Spare arms? No. Everything's getting thrown down to the front. That's why they that new class of graduates, they put them all over the mobile suits. Even though the Corps didn't take any real casualties in the war so far, they've expanded where it's not a Corps anymore. It's 5 divisions.
Oh, shucks.
I hear, and this is just a rumor, mind you, sir, that there are now thousands of Zaku's with pilot.
Thousands of Zaku's. That's crazy. How many tanks could the Federation possibly field against us?
He kind of pulls at his collar and goes, "Yeah." Anyways, so sorry, sir, not really anything spare around right now.
Yeah, fair enough. Any chance I could get a little bit of extra armor on the on my unit? Maybe a little bit on the head section or upper body near the Vulcan. I don't want anything interfering with my backup weapon.
I mean, if you want, we could put the nuclear attack plating back on, but it's going to kill your mobility, sir.
Not a lot, just some adaptive extra ablative here or there could be good. Precious spots.
We could try, sir, but I don't know if it'll make much of a difference at that point. It's with these mobile suits, it's pretty much all or nothing, or else they're just gonna Spallin's gonna get you. All this other stuff could happen.
Fair enough. Suppose we don't
And if
have any extra shields kicking around, do we?
shields? You mean the shoulder plates?
Yeah.
Do you want to spend a narrative point?
We have 10.
Yeah, fuck it, sure.
You know, actually, I heard one of those units, that rear guard unit. You know, the one that was shooting guys in the back if they left bad.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
I heard during Loom they were experimenting with some sort of new shield thing. They took the shoulder plate off of Zaku and mounted it on the fist.
Well, shit, that could be helpful.
Yeah, if you want, we have a few of the extra shoulder plates around. We could try to rig them into hand shield.
I think that'd be just fine.
Alrighty. And they will do just that. So essentially, you will have access to a single knuckle shield
Hell
when the
yeah.
drop begins. But as the game goes on, you all will be able to get knuckle shields from the engineers.
Radical. Knuckle shields are cool as fuck.
Yeah. So in this case, yep. All right. Fio's already had the HP adjusted for it. I see. Thank you, Gomon.
You're welcome. I'll give
And
Theo instructions on how to mess with his own character sheet.
yeah, and the knuckle shield can also be used as an ad hoc melee weapon. If you mount the spikes on it, I'm gonna say with this very early janky one they made, they don't put the spikes on it because they're like, "What the fuck are you gonna go punch with it, dude?"
I'm happy to just have the little extra shield hit point
Yeah, I
think
mean,
the-
it means
I think
you're
the
not
shield
as
is cool.
fragile as you were a few seconds ago.
I like the stupid heavy, quote unquote, heavy armor Zaku 2 land type.
I mean, if you want them to make it a heavy armor, they can make it a heavy armor. It's just goodbye to your nimble and goodbye to your mobility score. Like,
I think that's a bad thing. We should hold off on that for this very moment.
No, it's just
Yeah.
the extra head plating and the shoulder shield for the hand shield. I think is a cool look.
yeah, basically. So they aesthetically, they've given you the extra plating. It has no mechanical effect. The shield will have that mechanical effect, though. So congratulations.
Woo!
I did forget to mention what I did put in downtime, but didn't do in the actual session of tuning.
Yeah, sure. Let's go over it. So I have given you the ability because of your engineering skill that once per downtime you can actually do tuning on a mobile suit. So go ahead and say what you've done.
I just tweaked the shoulder spike to turn it into like a very, very close range pile bunker. So
Okay, yeah, and so that has given you the tuning pool.
do I mark that anywhere? Or?
Yes, on your character sheet there, you should see a section called tuning, if I'm not incorrect.
Tuning
I'm not.
pool E12 is the cell.
Yes, so under E12, you should see the tune pool. You have gained some tuning points, essentially.
Oh, okay.
And to go over what the tuning pool allows you to do, in this case, I'm going to say you have 2 tuned pool points.
Okay.
Every point in the tuned pool can be used by the pilot to modify a check before or after the roll is made at will. So say you have 4 tuned pool points and you lost an opposed roll by 2. You could spend 3 of those points to win the opposed roll. Once the tuned pool points are spent, they remain spent until the end of the combat encounter. So in this case, basically to represent the weird modifications you're making every downtime to your mobile suit, I'm just giving you a tuning pool
Okay.
so that we're not like statting out like a bunch of micro changes and stuff like
Yeah,
that. It's
yeah.
just it gives you an edge in combat instead.
A slight one.
Yep. A tiebreaker.
Essentially, in this case, with the 2 points, yeah, you could use that as a tiebreaker. You could use that if you failed by 2. You could use that to bring it up to a success.
Oh, okay. It doesn't have to be a complete meet. Or like
Oh,
saying,
so if you meet the threshold, that's a success.
I mean, if it's an opposed roll and I have the same one as them, it doesn't have to only be under that circumstance.
Yeah, no, you could do it. You could do it in a few other
Okay.
cases. It's just to modify any check before or after a roll.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so you've done that, and George, the letter from your father.
He just keeps looking over it. The little part where it says there are no new developments at home seems kind of ominous to him, and the first part where it says do better after getting second in the race annoys him. So he's kind of been trying to focus more on the second part and just like he's just theorizing about things going horribly wrong.
Maybe something's gone wrong, and that's why your father's in such a mood.
Yeah. He kind of folds up the letter and puts it in his pocket, and he hops out of his suit and says, "Theo, you scared of the fuddies already? Steed hasn't even taken a scratch, and you're already changing it."
Hey, just trying to be proactive, you know? If I'm going to be doing a little bit of command here and there, I might as well make sure I can stay up.
I guess, but I don't think it's going to be that big a deal.
Here's hoping, right?
To be fish in a barrel.
Well, if we're just counting up our kill counts, then that'll be a nice and comfy little campaign.
Yeah. You know anything about this place we're going to? I never heard of it.
Can't say I know too much about Earth geography. I spent most of my life inside 3 and didn't quite plan on visiting anytime soon, you know?
I didn't plan
All
on
that
visiting this part, but I don't know.
European history kind of blends together.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about them. Wonder what kind of food they got.
Roll for academic.
Can I?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. And what
Borscht,
are you trying
maybe.
to figure out exactly?
You fail. You think just like I can't wait until you fail, and then Perry will make you think that the Belarusians invented something they didn't.
So go ahead and roll academics tact, please. And I'm going to give
This
you a
is
plus
where
1 because of your
Hawaiian
history.
pizza comes from.
I rolled 2 6s.
Oh
Okay.
God!
You're fairly convinced that they are the inventors of pasta, and that they traditionally made a type of pasta that is made with the blood of a willing person to be added to the ingredient for the sauce.
I think
What a
there's something
fascinating local tradition.
like it's some kind of human like blood pasta. I don't know. I just read that in the back of a book or something.
You're pretty sure that's why the Minsk guards have a red star for their emblem too, now that you think about it, because they all have this weird blood cult thing in the air.
You know what? Maybe these fatties are going to be a little bit more vicious than I thought. They're eating blood pasta all the time. Oh well, just make the glory all the sweeter.
I guess stay away from pasta in the area.
Oh, I'm gonna try it.
All right, and we're gonna cut away. I think there's not much else for you all to do up here. So we are going to advance the time a bit as the Earth attack operation gets underway. It is 2 days, so we are now on March 2nd before your phase of the operation begins. Or it was supposed to, as you receive a call that it's been delayed by 24 hours.
Alrighty. Such is life.
So you all have an extra 24 hours that you spend just waiting.
Well, I get back to reading, I guess.
So you just all sit around, nothing happens, the operation's delayed, everyone's frustrated.
I'm frustrated. Oh wait, yeah, there. I would be frustrated.
Yeah, you of course, you especially are frustrated.
Doesn't this fuck up all of our timetables?
Yes, it does.
Neat.
And then on the dawn of March 3rd, your HLV begins descending into atmosphere. It burns through Earth's atmosphere very quickly. You all feel the intense pressure for the first time in your lives of real gravity pressing you against your seats, the G forces of being up here. There's words and screaming and crying from the infantry section, but in your cockpits, you're relatively okay. When the HLV finally slams into the ground, it is with a force that jolts you all up into your cockpits. Then the long landing bay doors open up, and Isaac, Urban, and Theo, your Zaku mono eyes flash to life as for the first time you see the sun from Earth's surface. And all around you is an endless horizon under a blue sky with trees sprouting out of the ground, forming the only interruption in the scenery. You two are the first of your regiment to step onto Earth. So I will give you a moment.
What's our first objective again?
Your first objective, as a reminder, is to get to the Minsk Air Base. You're going to be basically splitting off from the Airborne Regiment, which is setting up its HQ here at this roadway and a small town nearby. Then you will be heading down the road all the way to the Minsk Air Base to take it over. So right now, your first objective is move it.
Up and met 'em, ladies.
Aye, aye.
Mono eyes flash on, and you all filter off the dropship. Does anyone have any thoughts as they behold Earth for the first?
We're just looking around for wild horses roaming in fields.
One small step of homecoming for man.
It is. The air is so fresh.
Oh man, that was a hell of a ride.
Like,
Wait, did you say that?
Yeah.
I say, Sergeant Sigurd, I assure you, a car crash is way more intense.
Yeah,
I'll take your word for it,
but
Captain.
I would know.
Uh,
I've been in 3 car crashes already. I just imagine if you can't see me, you can hear the smile.
I
Jean
can
isn't a
believe
very
that.
Jean isn't a very expressive man, so he just takes a moment just to drink it in, because it's if you live your life in a colony, right, there is no horizon. You're always looking around and seeing the other side of the colony.
It's very
I-
flat here.
I think on some level he feels really sad. Sad that this is what the Federation have, and that they are so awful despite it.
All right. With that, all your Zakus are off the HLV, and the Airborne's 1st Battalion rushes out from their own landing zone. Colonel Mista's staff car drives up, and you see her waving at you, Isaac.
Can I get a radio feed?
Yep, you can. And she will, over the basically handset that Chev is handling her, say, Captain Urban, we landed exactly on coordinates. According to the maps, there's a bridge up ahead. Do not try to cross that bridge on your mobile suits. We need it to cross the river. You will collapse it.
Understood, ma'am. We'll make a jump or ford the river.
According to the maps, there should be a fording place just to the southeast of here. Take that to get to your objective.
Understood, ma'am.
All right, gentlemen, good luck. And then the staff car roars off as the rest of the airborne in their mechanized APCs, jump off. There's been some complaints about their first operation on Earth and they're not jumping out of a plane, but Xeon decided that was not a worthwhile allocation of resources.
Shows what they know. Anyways, I say, well, you heard the lady colonel. Let's get a move on.
Let's boogie. We'll
All
give
right,
the airborne folks a quick salute from the Zaku as they drive off.
There's some cheering and wave from the ones sitting on top of the APC. Apparently, that they are doing that as they do not have enough vehicles for everyone. And off the airborne go as you all head the other direction. It isn't long from after your HLV lands that in the distance you hear the first sounds of a battle. Gunshots, but nothing more concrete. What is concrete is as you all arrive at the fording point, you hear an unholy screech in the air. So loud that it almost your cockpit shut off the sound for a moment to protect your ears.
Would we recognize it?
No.
Huh.
When you look up, if you look up, I should say, you see what looks like dozens of fireworks screeching through the sky.
Huh.
Oh.
I wonder
Are
what
we
those
showing
feel like.
them or are they showing us?
The rocket artillery slams inaccurately and haphazardly towards the original landing zone from this guess of your computers for the trajectories. One stray rocket hits the river just 100 meters away from you all, and the explosion throws up water that rams against your mobile suits and briefly rocks the leg.
Oh well. I move on to the fording point.
And so you do.
Let's boogie.
Doesn't take you long to cross the river. In your Zaku's and at a natural fjording point, it actually goes pretty much swimmingly without any issues. From there, you just arrive at M14, the main highway. Again, you hear more gunshots in the distance, artillery exchanges beginning fully now. But so far, Intel is right. There's no Fetty air cover.
For now.
Yeah, for now, but hey, you haven't seen it.
I hope I get to see
Well, that
two
means
more
it's
fighters.
not real, right? Ha 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 ha.
So, Isaac, what's your marching order now that you've hit the highway? Are you even going to take the highway, or are you going to bypass it and continue going through fields and kind of around these woods?
I wonder if there's anything I can do to divine enemy intention. So, were they expecting us to be here?
No, they were expecting you to be in Central Asia because that's where the Earth attack has happened.
Would it be faster to go by road?
Well, here two things, right? Because here's the thing: Isaac is a risk taker, right? Like absolutely the type of guy to wade into danger.
Yes, but like what's the word? I'm just wondering if we're likely to encounter just like getting ganked by ATGMs on the road.
Here's the thing: I don't think so because, well, here's my stance on it, right? Anyone who's scrambling to defend themselves very quickly, right, is going to be using the roads for transit because they don't know where Fishhook is going, right? They don't know where the mobile suits are. They can kind of suss out the movements of like the regular forces, but mobile suits are a big unpredictable factor. So you might actually be able to do the counterintuitive thing of taking the most direct path, right? It's like refuge and audacity, right? Where if you run into a tank column as it's going down to the road, you know, mobile suits are going to be able to rapidly respond on the dot and deal with them. Tanks might have more issues. What I'm trying to say is, right now the Federation's still moving out to try to get to us or set up defensive positions. So taking the faster route to prey on their weaknesses might be the smart play.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if that's the faster route because there's always the
Taking the highway would be the most direct route.
Then we take the highway.
All right.
man.
What is the marching order? Is your team in the lead? Is the the larger team in the lead? Or what's the
I'm
formation?
in the lead.
Okay, you're in the lead. Are the rookies on your immediate left and right then, since they're part of your?
No, they're behind me.
Okay, so you've actually put them in the center, essentially.
No, like I mean, like physically, like we have a line of what, 9 mobile suits?
Yeah. Well, you have 7. What I am asking to clarify is, in your formation, are they in a wedge? Are they in a like a marching column?
Yeah, we're in a marching column.
Full
Okay.
column? Okay.
So then,
Okay.
presumably, Theo's bringing up the rear, so there's another officer back there.
Yeah, I'll bring up the tail. I have the extra shield, so I can probably tank a
I
hit
can't
if we
believe
get
that by
surprised.
going by traditional tanker logic, they're going to hit the front and the back first.
Yeah, we're wide open.
Yeah, but you guys
Yeah.
have never fought tanks before, and you don't know how tankers think.
Yeah.
All right. You all begin advancing down the road, and you arrive at what you think is the first intersection. There is civilian traffic driving wildly off road as your mobile suits are like stamping down on the highway. Not a lot of it. It's not like a traffic jam. Most people have been obeying the shelter in place orders were being invaded. But there is still a little bit of a civilian traffic jam happening now due to people trying to figure out where the hell to go.
Well, can we jump over them?
Not really in Earth's atmosphere.
Can we walk alongside the road?
Yeah, you could get off the road quickly and try to avoid stepping on people.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Hug
gonna
the
do.
shoulder, try not to step on anyone.
So what do you order, Isaac?
Take a right off the road and keep following it. We'll get back on. We'll get back on once it's a little more cleared out.
Copy.
Roger.
Presumably, you all obey this order because you're not insane war criminals. In
Yeah.
wanting
I would be obliged to at least pull my gun on you if you were to do something like that.
What would Tell Hans do? That's what you have to think at all times.
No, actually, I want to think about that as little as possible.
Unfortunately, you're in the wrong place.
All,
All right.
all I'm saying is if there's any kid that's like way more into seeing giant robots than terrified like his parents, they're absolutely getting a little wave.
All right, yeah, there's one who waves at you, and you wave. And you wave back at them, and they like throw up both of their hands in like a little cheer. And for a moment, Theo, you know whose words echo in your head?
Who's
Tell Hans, the Earthnoids are the first victim of the Federation. People do seem happy to see you.
giant robots are cool. Who doesn't love giant robots?
But it's more than that, Theo. As you're the one kind of scanning these civilians, you see a lot of people are scared and just trying to get into cover. But you also see people waving, cheering.
Hell yeah, we're the good guys.
Yeah, you're the liberator. And then you have bypassed the civilian traffic. I'm going to need an awareness test from I.
Awareness what?
We're going to say keen awareness systems, please, as you are at the head of the column. I'm also going to ask for a keen awareness systems from the second person in the column, since they can also see pretty easily. Who
Wouldn't
would
that
be?
be our NPC companions?
So just get a +1 to yours then.
Alrighty. I'm gonna spend a narrative point to reroll that. Two successes.
You see signs of activity at the next intersection. You're not quite there yet. You're kind of like on a little low rising overlooking it since you bypassed the road for a little. And you see what looks like a unit of Federation tankers, but they're not moving. It looks like they are currently. You like when you kind of zoom in with your mono eye, it looks like one of them is talking to another outside of their tanks, and there's about 8 tanks just loitering, waiting.
Loitering, waiting.
Yeah, loitering and waiting on the highway's intersection, as it looks like they're talking to each other and reviewing a map.
I turned. Hey, Sergeant John.
Yeah.
6 to 8 tanks ahead. Would you be so kind as to remove the front one?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Let me just give them a spread. And with that,
Everyone else, please prepare a barrage in case the sergeant does not eliminate them.
Oh, what?
Should I roll for an order?
Yes, please do.
What would you like me to roll for?
In this case, it is just going to be charm leadership.
Ooh, 2 failures.
All right, noted.
Well, they're on the highway, aren't they?
Yeah, they're like, so imagine, if you will, there's about 2 tanks in front where there's the 2 guys talking to each other, reviewing a map. And then there's 2 tanks behind them, and then 4 tanks behind those 2, kind of in like a pyramid formation while they're loitering in the road.
And these highways themselves, they aren't suspended or anything like that.
No,
right?
no, they're
just...
ground-based ones. They're built into the dirt.
Okay. Well, the Zaku one's mono eye flares as Jean as the Zaku kind of like instead of you know how its gait kind of speeds up, like how you can see a Zaku kind of lean forward and just begin properly like moving, like distant reverberations. You know, there's probably a moment in time where some people stand. Some people kind of feel something thumping the ground, and then there's 105mm shells that begin raining upon them.
You
As-
briefly see the two small figures turn in your direction and then start scrambling for their tanks as you let loose. Go ahead and roll MS Firearms, please, as a snapshot.
Yep.
And Gomine, would you like to explain what the negative from the order is going to be?
So I done goofed.
Yeah.
I told you to do something, and apparently I'm a moron idiot for telling you to do so. So
Yeah,
this is gonna be done at a -1.
I'm going to say the reason you're getting the -1, Jean, is you have to kind of readjust as when you expose yourself in the open, you see two of the turrets immediately start traversing towards.
Okay, so with that, my snapshot starts at a 13, so then it's a -1 because of the failures on leadership, right?
Yep.
I rolled a 7, so that's 6 degrees of success.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you keep your nerve, Jean, as you let loose, and that is going to be with your 105 Zaku machine gun. That is going to be 8 damage done in 2 hits. So you immediately see the lead fucking vehicle just boom, its turret flies off and it goes to the side, and your shells basically mission kill the other one immediately in the lead. The other tanks are very surprised at the moment, but those two that had the wherewithal, as a reaction, they are going to pop smoke for their compatriots.
Smart.
And so, very quickly, a cloud of chaff and smoke is being thrown up to obscure your all's vision of this tank unit that was in the open. All right, who are you passing it to, Jean?
Let's see. I figure. You know what? I'll pass it over to Theo.
All
Because
right.
the rookies are. Sorry, no, Isaac is the one commanding the rookies, right?
Yes.
If that's the case, sorry, I'll pass it over to Isaac. My bad, Theo.
Oh, good.
I am going to actually count Isaac as having gone by spotting these guys and making the order. But I'm not going to count it against you all in terms of turn order. You must pass it to an enemy.
Okay, I mean that makes sense. If so, then Theo, unless that counts as like a passover. Yeah.
Theo, it's your go.
All
Your
right.
column has come to a kind of halt and was starting to spread out when John burst out and opened fire on these guys at Isaac's orders. And now you're looking over and you can see this, like, you see the smoke cloud beginning to disperse, but you still see that, like, brief silhouette of these Type 61 tanks.
Should I mark 2 AFV?
All right. So, with them in sight and them having seen us, I'm probably going to give an order to engage and wipe these guys out. We don't want them to rally or get reinforcements over our way. So, I'm going to give the order to engage. Let's take out these tanks, boys.
Order.
Sounds good to me.
All right, are you
Leadership
trying to do a
bonus?
team action maneuver?
Yeah, I'll try to have the gang. I assume it's like a bonus to actions to
Nope.
attack
So
the
a team
tanks.
action maneuver, there are 2 different things you can do with an order. You can either give an order specifically to player characters to give them bonuses, or you could give an order called a team action maneuver that allows you to violate the normal rules for turn order. So normally after your turn, you'd have to pass it to these tankers. If you did a team action maneuver, you could pass it to another friendly. And potentially get all the player characters to act before these guys get.
Okay. I haven't fucked around with team action maneuvers too much before,
Yeah, that's why we were just taking the time to go over.
so I will pull that up again real quick.
And that is a good point in the that team action maneuver is an opposed roll with the enemy commander, who's currently dead.
Whoops.
So I suppose it goes up to whoever is next in
Yeah, it
command.
would go to one of random generic senior NPCs there who has a far worse leadership skill, but it will still be a
Okay. Actions, reactions, returning fire, charges, overwatch, sacrifice, wait to act, special action.
Remember, those standard ones are just suggestions, not the gospel.
Okay, so special action offers opposed leadership during their activation if they can do a team maneuver. Additional units up to the successes of team action maneuver and the successes of enemy officer within the short range can take the action simultaneously, ignoring normal initiative. Okay, so it's basically a roll off to see how many of our guys get to go before theirs.
Yeah, exactly. You could theoretically get everyone to go before these guys.
Okay. Let's try that. So maybe if we can pounce on them and cut them off, we can prevent this from growing into a larger skirmish.
All right. Then in that case, just roll me your leadership and your I'm going to say with how you're thinking about this tact.
Leadership tact. All right.
So it is a 2d6 and you want to beat a 7. I have rolled for them and that it was a bad roll for them is all I will say.
It was also a bad roll for me. I'm going to use a narrative point to reroll.
Yeah, you got them. Like you've got plenty.
Yeah, what are we at, by the way?
We are currently at 7 now. That is after the narrative point was spent, by the way.
So that's going to be a 4, which should be 4 degrees of success.
Against their -4. So yeah, that is plenty. Everyone can go after you now that hasn't gone. So George and Sigurd will be able to go before the tank.
All right, boys, clean them up.
And because you're still relatively new to this, I am giving you the opportunity to clarify this, which, as a reminder to everyone, in UMP, if you want to do more than your first thing, you do have to declare it as part of what you're doing. So, for example, if Theo wanted to attack, normally I would not allow that, but because Theo is new, I'm giving them that, hey, did you mean to also say that you're going to attack these guys as well, or are you just focusing on getting your guys dispersed to fight?
I'm kind of the furthest back, and the bazookas tend to not have that much ammo, so I figure it's sort of like team action maneuver to push guys forward. And can I also do an order to give them bonuses for acting, or is that not a sort of double action I can do?
I'm actually going to defer to Gomine on that one because
Actually,
that
so
hasn't
I
come up.
did think about this. So the team action maneuvers and orders are under the premise called your special action, and you're only allowed one.
That makes sense.
Same with stuff like transformations or like, let's say like you're a multi-part mobile suit like the double Zeta. You can only
Yeah.
separate once per your action.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, no, you could not give bonuses at this.
You know what
Okay.
You know what you could do?
You also have MS grenades. You can check those.
Oh yeah, you could do suppression or do wait to act, because technically with your order for activation, I mean, you're giving the opportunity for other people to go ahead, but if you wait to act, then you can also just wait for the people you've just pushed ahead to act, and then do a standard action later, right?
Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah, effectively. So, do you want to do that? Do you want to wait to act, Theo, see how it's going, and then fire your bazooka if your team hasn't mopped them?
Yeah, sure. I'll hold a shot to see if anybody gets like a glancing blow and try to make it a kill instead.
Okay, you have waited to act. All right, so I'm just gonna straight up say Sigurd will go because Sigurd has not had good luck after Loom. So, we will go Sigurd then George.
Yep. All right. Well,
So Sigurd,
got these
Uh,
new toys.
yeah, you see a big cloud of smoke and chaff now that's playing hell with your sensors.
I'd like to throw a grenade directly towards the center of it.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. You're not going to get any penalties for the smoke then. You are going to get a penalty for the range because you are chucking this way further than it's meant to be chucked.
Well,
Ooh, yeah, I'm
actually,
way out of range, huh?
you could run up and then chuck it. That might
Yeah,
mitigate.
that would-
Yeah. Yeah, can I do a like grenade snapshot?
Yep, I mean, basically, you would just be running up with Jean, essentially, to back Jean up and chucking the grenade
Okay.
as you get into short range. So what I'm going to ask for is I'm going to ask for a move check first from you. So roll me 3d6 against your move.
9. That is 2 successes minus the 2 for the orders.
No, that was only for Jean.
Oh, okay. So 2 successes.
All right, I'm gonna let you get up to ideal range with that. As essentially you kind of run slightly past Jean and chuck the grenade. So yeah, now roll 3d6 against your ordnance snapshot. Why is yours so low?
It is bad. Yeah, I realized that after the fact.
Okay, I guess that does actually mathematically make sense. I was just shocked.
Yeah, whoops.
For perspective, the threshold for his ordnance snapshot is an 8.
Oh God.
So
Yeah.
roll 3d6 against an 8, please. Before you do, would you like to use a narrative point to give yourself a +2?
No, but I'll use one to re-roll because I did already roll.
Okay. So go ahead and re-roll, please.
Yeah, that's 3 failures.
You, Sigurd, you run up and try to throw the grenade, but this cloud, again, it's just got you kind of confused. You try to guess where they are, and the cracker grenade hits a piece of, like, the highway, support system and just bounces off and rolls kind of down the hill and explodes down there. All right,
He's a little
that's you done.
embarrassed.
Sorry, Sigurd, that's you done.
Yep.
All right, George, it's your go.
Careful, the gravity's weird here.
You do have that excuse. It is your first time ever throwing something with gravity in this mobile suit.
Yeah, I just imagine like you played baseball before. It's like, oh, if you throw it hard enough, it escapes gravity. That's how this works.
Yeah. Back on side 3, that would have went clear over that mountain.
Clearly, we got to get him potato mashers instead of the balls.
I hate that those are a real thing in Gundam.
So are there any of them visible, or are they all in smoke?
They're all in the smoke cloud right now.
I guess I'm going to do a snapshot so I get into range, and then a second shot. And I guess I'll just flavor it as I'm spraying down the cloud.
Okay, so you're moving up essentially, and then just firing as you move.
Yeah.
Okay, give me the movement check. Let's see how you're trying to get within short range, or are you trying to get within medium?
Medium.
Okay, roll me the 3d6 against your move.
All right. 2 successes.
All right, you're able to get within medium range, and go ahead and roll your snapshot, please. Now.
All right. Snapshot. Let's see. That's not good. All right. 5 failures on the snapshot.
You start sending rounds wildly, spraying down the cloud, but you're not getting any confirmed feedback that you've hit anything.
All right. I guess time for the second shot. All right. I got 6 successes on that one.
That time, however, you do get hit registry, as your cockpit alerts that you've managed to hit a tank from your blind firing, and there is a detonation inside the cloud.
All right.
All right, that is all you done.
Scratch
Except
one
for
tin
Theo,
can.
who has wait to act. But Theo, are you going to use your wait to act, or are you going to wait until you can see these guys?
I'm gonna wait until I can see.
All right. Well, you are able to see, Theo, that the tanks have actually, and the reason they were all having trouble hitting them, reversed out of the cloud off road into the bend of the highway and are using the very slight slope and incline of that curve of the highway as a hold down fighting position, as their turrets have traversed and they are getting ready to open fire on you all in return. There are still 5 tanks operational at least that you can see.
Okay, so we do have MS grenades, or I didn't put them on my sheet, so I don't
You
have
do have
them.
MS grenades. I will let you say that you just forgot to write it down this time.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
you know what would be a good maybe a good idea? They you know that bazooka you got?
yeah.
It's fucking massive. You can't just try blasting away their cover.
Yes, and also it will hit multiple of them.
Okay. What's the damage profile on these grenades? Is that a better option than the bazooka, or bazooka going to be a better shot?
I would say in this specific instance, the bazooka would be your better case, just because there is they are hard targets in cover now.
All right. In that case, can I like? Okay, this is going to seem a little crazy. They're over the curb of the highway, sort of down the slope.
Yeah.
Do I have a clear shot that's not going to guaranteed obliterate the road?
No, you're probably going to obliterate the road. It's already getting pretty fucked up from the exchange of fire because keep in mind, your guys have already sent like 30 fucking 105 shells at the same section of road.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. We'll probably go with the bazooka shot to just try to blast them out of cover. Then, does it look like there? There's no like cars hanging around, right? People saw the
No,
call
not
of
in
the
this
tanks and
section.
bailed.
Not in this
Yeah, yeah,
area.
yeah.
There's abandoned cars, but if anyone's hiding in a car over here, they have made the worst decision of their life.
Yeah. Okay. So we will line up a shot and try to blow open as much cover as possible. Ideally, catching some of the tank, but basically try to open them up.
Fair enough. All right. So go ahead and just, since you are actually specifically firing against the cover rather than the tanks themselves and trying to essentially blow away that very slight reverse slope they have, I'm going to let you roll Ordnance Tact with a +3 since you are hitting something that is just a static piece of earth.
Okay. Hell yeah.
You also get a +1, by the way, because good luck charm.
Oh, true.
Oh, I'll put that in mind because we all get that.
Yeah.
And also, you actually get the yes sir bonus as well because so you get another +1 because you are following Isaac's orders still. So you are rolling against a threshold of 17 on a 3d6.
I assure you, the checks can get crazier than that.
High.
That's going to be 9 successes.
You blast away this slope with your bazooka round, the missile flying out and impacting into the dirt. You don't destroy any of the tanks, but the force of it knocks the tank closest to your impact zone onto its side, and the crew bails out. So add an AFV kill regardless. They are no longer in cover.
Hell yeah.
They are now going to the remaining 4 tanks are going to focus fire on the 2 out front. So that is going to be, 3 out front, but John and Sigurd are closest.
Wouldn't it be me and Maka and Nirma?
No, because Jean, Sigurd, and George all charged out
Yes,
to
you're
engage.
right.
Mhm.
So so George and Jean are a little farther. Sigurd's closest, so I'm just gonna spread it between you guys. Say a number between 1 to 3, all of you, to see who the extra tank target.
2.
I have a
3.
question.
All right, so whoever gets this landed on is who the second tank, the extra tank fires. And what's your question, Goma?
This tank is firing at an ally, right?
Yeah.
Can I suppress it?
Yes, once we get to the actual act of it firing, yes, you may.
Mhm.
All right, so it rolled 3. So whoever lucky number 3 is, you have the
wouldn't-
extra. All right, George. So we're gonna handle Sigurd's first, as the twin guns of a T-61 opens fire on you. And in their panic, the shells go wide. Their targeting systems are totally fucked by the Minovsky particle. You remember, Sigurd, thanks to your high engineering skill, I'll give this little exposition to you for free. You remember that the latest T-61 model was supposed to have a satellite-linked targeting computer. Which ironically means in this case it's useless now, and the gunner is having to manually sight it in which they may not actually be trained to do right now. So you have gotten extremely lucky, Sigurd, as the shells rip by. Jean, you are next.
All right.
These ones come closer to home, so do you want to do anything?
Gonna. Jean brings the MS shield. MS shield. He brings the shoulder shield of the Zaku one to bear. And just grits his teeth. He's betting that probably not going to be aiming good, and even if they do aim good, that his shoulder shield was built to sustain worse damage than this.
All right, roll me a shrug off. So it is going to be using your shield's HP as the bonus.
What's not a bonus?
Shield's HP is the. Oh right, I get it. I remember. Sorry, I was looking at the cheat sheet.
Yep, no worries. The cheat sheet has it defaulted to your armor.
So that'll be an 11 flat.
Okay, 11 flat, so that's going to be 2 successes for you
Oh,
versus
also,
their 3 successes.
remember, Jean, because
Oh, but
George
what about
got
lucky?
got lucky. He gave you a +1
Okay,
on the
so
top.
it is going to be a tiebreaker. So roll 1d6 with me, please.
All right.
I have gotten a 3. What have you gotten, sir?
I also got a 3.
All right, again. I have gotten a 3.
I've got 4.
All right, this attack is going to hit you.
All right.
When a shrug off is successful or worse than the attacker's check, the amount of damage applied is the difference between. So, okay, you take 1 damage to your shield, essentially, as the rounds impact into it.
All right.
Got very lucky. The shield does not look like it will take another hit like that.
Right, I forget. Do you also want me to adjust that on my sheet as well, or?
Just adjust it on the tracker. That's the only place we need to really care about right now.
Okay.
The only thing you really need to adjust in your sheet during this is the ammo count, because that's
Yes.
relevant. But anyways, final one firing at George. Well, final 2 firing at George. I'm so sorry, Mark. You always draw the straw in these games. All right, so that is okay. Yeah, that is definitely going to be hitting you. Do you want to do anything, George?
I guess I'll try to dodge.
You try to throw your Zaku out of the line of fire. Go ahead and roll a move check, please, as you spend your reaction.
I think that's 1 success.
All right, you are tied with them.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you know what time it is. I got a 2.
I got 4.
All right, you take the 1 hit to your shield, effectively HP. That blows away your shield. As you all see the sensors light up, alerting Theo and Isaac in particular, since you're in the command variants, that George's shoulder plate has been blasted away by that shot. All right, George, the second attack is coming in, but Isaac is going to spend their reaction to try to give you suppressive fire.
Actually, can I?
Go.
How many tanks did you said there were?
1 left. Well, there's 4, but there's one that has. This is the one that hasn't fired.
And if I were to just normally attack them, would I suffer any negative modifiers?
You would not.
Can I switch to instead just trying to blast them away before they can do this?
You may.
Alrighty, I will do so. Which means shot keen, shot tact. What?
Shot keen.
That'd be a 12.
All right, and
because,
this petty tanker got an awakening point.
Oh, how about that?
Huh. Shit.
So you need to beat
That's-
7 successes for me, please.
That was 2 successes. That's not happening.
Alrighty. So I can't recall. Does the attack go through on George, or does this now go to you since you engaged it essentially?
I have no clue.
Okay. I'm gonna make the roll that because you started to engage it, you've pulled it off George anyways, but it is now shooting at you.
Hey,
'Cause-
comrades who have reactions left.
Yeah, if anyone has a reaction
Save
and
my
wants to save
ass.
Isaac, this is the time to do it.
Am I close enough to like push him out of the way or try to take it with a shield?
There is sacrifice if you want to do sacrifice, which is you take the damage for him and it knocks him out of the way. Otherwise, the option here would be a suppression roll at a negative with your Vulcans due to the range.
Well, can't you just use your main weapon?
I'm gonna say since he just fired his bazooka and this is all happening within a short time frame, no, because he literally just shot the bazooka and you just shot this guy and this guy's shooting at you.
All right.
This
I
is
have
very-
a reaction left for suppressive because they just shot at me and missed me.
Yeah, if you want to use your reaction to suppress a fire with your machine gun or just shoot it with your machine gun, I will absolutely allow it.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Can I use its me? You want?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? Technically, no, normally, but flavor-wise, I'm going to say yes because this is funny. Because it means this tank has, in this attack, traversed its turret 3 times to pick a different target. So go ahead and roll your. You are not suppressive. You are just attacking it straight up with your reaction.
Okay.
Indecision is a tanker's greatest weakness.
I mean, he's a new type, so he might have ADHD. To be honest, with that awakening point, like this might.
Oh, but I do tactic. I guess they're the same.
New
Yep,
types
so
with,
go-
with ADHD sounds awful.
All right, 7, 9.
I think you also still have a +1,
Uh,
right?
Yes, he would have a +1. It is not going to help him a lot, unfortunately, with his thrust.
Oh yeah, I also have a +1 from its me one,
Yes.
and so yeah, that's 3 successes at that point.
Okay. So you've shot it. It's still alive as your rounds impact into its armor, and yeah. So with the 2 successes, that's the one. Okay, you roll 1. Yeah, it still beats you in terms of successes. So I'm gonna say you're gonna be mission killing this thing, but you're still getting shot by its full thing now.
Copy.
Alrighty. So with that, now I have to go check this because that is a hefty hit you have taken.
How much damage is
Okay.
it?
So you have taken Sigurd 4 damage.
Oof.
But you should
So
be able to survive because of your shield.
Yes, he is, but it hurts. So
Does
you
it-
have lost your shield. You have lost some armor, but you still have a little bit left.
Wait, he's
Doesn't the
lost some
shield
armor?
take away? Doesn't the shield take
Yeah.
like eat all the damage that comes with it?
Yeah.
Like whenever you, whenever a shield blows up, like.
I
it
was under the
soaks it
impression
in.
it only takes a little bit extra, so that might
Three.
be a misapprehension I'm on.
Yeah, it takes 3 extra damage when it's destroyed.
Oh, 3 extra damage. Okay, thank you.
Oh.
I thought it was 2, so that's why I was saying he was losing a bit of armor.
It's always 3.
Okay, it's always 3. Good to know. So congratulations, your shield blows up. You are okay for now.
For now.
But that was a rough ass attack.
All right,
You're
and
welcome,
they are going to, because no one else has any actions left, they are going to pop their reactions to pop smoke again. As they have 2 guys who didn't use their reaction. All right. We come back to everyone's fresh, so we are on the next round, and I'm going to say that we're going to start on your glorious leader again, Isaac.
I know just what I should do. I would like to charge, but instead of a melee attack, I'd like to blast them in the face.
So you're joining your boys up at the front and unloading, essentially.
Yep.
All right, you are going to be taking a hefty penalty because of the chaff cloud.
Alrighty.
So you're going to be rolling a move check and then a snapshot, and the snapshot is going to be with a -3 due to the smoke.
Would I, if I get super close, can I get point blank on top of that? You know, depending on how well I
You
move
can,
forward.
but I want to point out an obvious risk of closing with them now that they have reactions back.
What? I have a snapshot. I can dodge. I can shake
Okay.
it off.
All right, yeah, okay. You know what? Fair enough. I will remove it, but understand that the consequences, at least 2 of them are going to panic fire at you as a reaction.
Alrighty. What's my move check? Any modifiers?
Move check's just normal, so just roll off cheat sheet. And you have gotten rid of the penalty from the smoke.
Hey,
because you're just
how about
obscuring it.
that?
Yeah, okay, what'd you get?
11 successes.
All right, well, you're
And-
fucking there, Isaac.
And an awakening point.
As you just push your Zaku past your teammates, as you all see the captain
Just
rush by with
teleported.
the 2 rookies chasing after the captain, terrified, trying to stay in formation. And the Type 61s, you are going to make your attack. One of them is going to reaction fire you. The other that was going to reaction fire you has been distracted by your teammates that rushed up with you. The rookies.
Alrighty. So snapshot. Any modifiers? From
No
my-
modifiers because you're right on top of them effectively. So the smoke isn't really helping because you can literally just peer down and see.
Well, shouldn't I get point blank then, or something to that effect?
I'm going to say that counteracting the -3 of the smoke is already effectively
Alrighty.
what
Just
you
wanted to see. Oh, that's another awakening point. How nice.
Oh, lucky for the captain.
8 successes.
Yeah, okay, that's 2 more tanks destroyed, essentially. I'm not even going to bother rolling that return fire on the one guy because he can't beat you.
Heh.
You know what? I am going to roll it now because I shouldn't say that. Yeah, okay, he rolled boxcars. He really couldn't beat you.
Yeah, the thing is, like, there's the other equally possible future. You roll a critical success, and I just fucking die.
In this case, he rolled 3 6s, so his ammo detonates, and that tank is ripped limb from limb, essentially.
I'm gonna claim that victory. No one can stop me.
Yeah. And all right, yeah. So that
Teleport
is
to
2 more
enemy
tanks.
tank and it spontaneously combusts.
That is 2. That is 1 tank destroyed, 1 tank potentially mission killed. That I'm gonna roll. It is not mission killed. It is still in the fight, but it is hurting. And it. All right, yeah, that is your action. So who are you passing it to?
Theo.
Theo, your go.
All right. So we have how many tanks still up?
3 tanks, one of which looks on the verge of crew bailout. The other 2 are rapidly reversing out of the smoke cloud because of your cap.
Okay, so the one of whom on the verge of crew bailout. Where is that sort of in relation?
It's like right next to Isaac. It's like on when I say it's on the verge of bailout, I mean like the tank is on fire.
All right, I am going to. I'm going to charge up along Isaac. I'm going to take out a grenade, and having seen Sigurd kind of botch his throw, I'm going to wind up real big and try to like bowl it between the 2 retreating tanks.
Oh god. Okay. Go ahead.
And then on my sort of like back swing, I'm going to try to sweep the mostly destroyed vehicle with Vulcans.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll the move check first. Let's see if you get up to short range with these guys.
Sure. All right. Move check. That's
It's
on the cheat sheet.
The poor Fetties in the burning tank are like, okay, I guess we're out of the fight. Let's bail out. Theo with the Vulcan.
I believe
Hey,
actually you are.
they didn't surrender yet.
No,
Sure.
but they are. I think they might be horse to combat at this point.
That's up to interpretation, unfortunately, in this case. Because they are absolutely still capable of shooting. They shouldn't. It would be a dumb idea.
So that's going to be an exact 13. So that's one success.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna give it to you anyways because they're not really opposing you because of what Sigurd did. They're basically one of the tanks is focused on Sigurd, the other is focused on, oh god, that guy just killed the rest of the platoon.
So we do
So-
a big old wind up and then we bowl that grenade.
All right, give me the ordnance snapshot. And they are going to try to take evasive action when they realize what you're doing. Okay, that's another boxcars for the evasive action. Not a full crit fail, but that's a boxcars 12 and a 2. So
That's going to be 10 on 13. So that's 4 degrees of success.
that is a third set of boxcars. So I see this is what the Fetties are going to be rolling after that one awakening point, I suppose. So yeah, both tanks are gone. You throw that grenade and both are knocked off their treads, flipped, destroyed, gone.
Hell yeah.
You see like one of the tank commander of one of them managed to crawl out and hit the ground coughing, but they are done. All right, and then you are sweeping the other damaged tank with your Vulcans.
Pretty much. I don't expect it to like do a bunch of damage, but basically laying down
If
a
you
little
hit
bit
it
of
one
like
success, you kill it. Like if you,
Jesus. Okay. I mean, yeah, all right.
This is an action that I have no doubt is going to have fun debates in the mess hall after.
Just we're being sure it's fine. Is there negatives on this roll? Is this
Nope. You go ahead and roll it, bud. It is just your well, okay, yeah, you have a -2 from it being your second thing. Yeah.
So it's snapshot, I guess?
Snapshot, yeah, and with a -2.
Snapshot -2. Okay, so that's gonna be 9. So this is gonna be a tight one.
It's doable.
It's for Xeon, we get a war crimes bonus.
I mean,
So
who's
it
gonna
is
fucking
2
report it?
degrees of failure, technically. That's 11 on 9.
Technically, that's you just fail it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So the Vulcans just explode harmlessly around the tank, and I'm going to roll.
I figure it's good for the morale. check.
Boxcars again! They bail out, hands up.
Hell yeah.
For those keeping
Even
track, that is
surviving that.
4 sets of boxcars I've rolled in this combat.
In a row.
In a row.
That's impressive. That's like not.
So is that 2 victories or 3 from that round?
That would be 3 because you imposed their surrender, technically. So they bailed out.
You've captured material, so that counts.
I can't wait to get a Type 61 top cannon.
Oh god, you could technically, actually. You have Sigurd, so I'd allow him to rig something up. It wouldn't be as good as the Magella one because the Magella is fucking huge.
Yeah, but the Magellan one doesn't have 2 barrels.
It's true, but I mean, I guess it's basically a double barrel SMG at that point if you set it up a certain.
Hate that. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it's the scale. Blame Gundam calibers, not me.
I can't believe you're giving the Zanny project new ideas.
All right, so with that, the fighting dies down for a moment as you are all surveying a destroyed tank column and essentially 4 prisoners of war who are just kind of clustering together with their hands up.
That we cannot take.
And I turn to the rest of my company. I say, gentlemen, excellent work out there. And I click on these speakers and I look down at these Fetty tankers and I say, very well fought. Have a nice day. And I start walking on the road again.
They kind of go slack-jawed as you just walk away. And then they book it for the woods if no one stops.
I'm going to literally shrug in my Zaku and just follow behind.
Well, it's a decision made by the captain. Insubordination. Orders are orders.
Well, Sergeant Major, We can't exactly bring them along with us. And
I was-
I would have to shoot you if you tried to shoot them. So we have to let them go.
I'm
I
gonna.
wasn't disagreeing with it.
Private First Class Maka Zaku had started to track them with the Vulcan, and then they heard your order, Isaac, and they immediately straightened up, literally.
Give them the pat on the back of just good not fucking
Dying.
disobeying action and committing war crimes.
I would have to kill you then.
Over the contact comms for Yurizilla and Fio, Maka just goes, but I mean, if they're still going to return to combat, they're not POWs, right?
It's fine. It's fine. They're
Okay.
they're no longer combatants for now.
Understood, sir.
And I'll just hit the button. I'll look to the woods and hit the button that makes the mono eye flash and go bwong. To be real ominous about it.
You know what I imagine with that specifically? You know how like on the Stuka they put a siren on it? The blong noise can just
Oh,
you can just
yeah.
play that whenever you want just to fuck with them.
It's just like a little blink and a noise. It's great.
Man.
All right. So do you all continue to the airport?
Yep.
Yep.
Same formation as before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend a narrative point. Sigurd,
Mhm.
make me a keen awareness, please. And if anyone's asking, yes, the director narrative point is making Sigurd be the one to roll this.
Yes.
Alrighty. I adjusted the combat sheet.
Wait, how many
Keen
error points are we at?
awareness.
We are now at 8.
3. So 2d6.
Yes, please.
6. That is 1 success.
That's enough. Sigurd, you are looking around, independent, just through the various side cameras and whatnot of your mobile suit, not using your main optics. And you notice very briefly something flash over Isaac's Zaku. And it was very brief, but it clearly has not set off Isaac's cockpit alarm. But something has just flashed him.
How
Like,
indecent.
Contact comms?
What was that, Sigurd?
Like comms?
Yeah, you could comms him. You're in close enough range that I'm not going to make you guys roll. As long as you're in short range of each other right now, and it's just you, I'm not going to make you all roll.
Heads up, you might have a beat on you.
I look
Whatever.
around in front of me.
As you stop to look around, you all hear what sounds like a whistle.
Is this whistle now recognizable because of our prior experience?
No, this is a different sound.
I say book it.
The road in front of you suddenly explodes from artillery. And then a second later, the road behind you explodes from artillery.
I'm gonna look upward.
You do not see much else aside from the sky and sun.
We're behind. We're near tree line, right?
Yeah, you're vaguely near tree line. You'd have to detour and kind of go, double track slightly, backtrack.
I mean, like we're being flanked on the highway by the tree line, right?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I misunderstood you then.
Well, what direction was the whistling coming from? Like with ears
This was coming from your objective.
ahead of us?
Yeah.
They've got line of sight. Somehow.
Well, no time like the present, then.
Sergeant,
Get in there, boys.
Sergeant.
Yeah, you would have to, just to fully set up what's happening here, you are not currently at the airfield. You are at essentially the outskirt of some suburbs. That is the last area before you reach the airfield. When I say suburbs, I should actually say it's more like auto industrial area, warehouses and whatnot,
I see.
with some residential buildings. Very typical Eastern Bloc mix of industrial warehouses and living quarters, for those familiar.
I love concrete.
Exactly. Welcome to Concrete Land.
Well,
Concretia.
we can
I
either
love
try to go through-
brutalism.
We can either go through the city as it's, or rather the suburbs as they're getting hit with artillery, or we can divert off path.
Yeah, up to you guys. What do you
I
want
was
to do?
actually just about to ask Sergeant Sigurd, where did you see the flash from?
It did directly over you.
Can I be pointed in that general direction?
Seems
I would point out that if you want to do that, you would have to use your current position as orientation for that, which would entail standing on this area that you all know enough to know that you just got artillery bracketed.
No, because I just wanted to barrage it. If that would put me in danger, perhaps not.
Yeah, like this is very much a you got to make a decision now type situation because that next artillery is going to land right on top of you.
Can we run towards the position of the the spotters?
Yeah, you
Well,
can
actually-
just head into the industrial area in the suburbs if you want. Like, go on, Val. I heard you say something.
Chase the wake of the shells. The artillery ain't gonna hit the same space exactly twice.
And there's the smart answer.
Alrighty, I guess we do that.
So you all advance a little bit, kind of into where the artillery landed previously, and sure enough, a minute later, the area you had just been huddled at explodes. And when that happens, that flash occurs again. And this time, I'm going to let everyone make a keen awareness to see what is happening. So go ahead, all of you, roll it.
All right.
That's
This
a
is 2d6,
pass.
right? Keen
Uh,
awareness.
4 failures.
4 successes.
What was the check? I'm sorry.
Keen awareness.
Keen
Uh,
awareness.
So keen awareness, that'll be a threshold of 10. I just rolled a 4, so that's 7 successes.
All right,
I got
Mark?
1 success.
one success. Okay, anyone who succeeded, you all are able to see that it is a laze. Like Isaac's getting lased by something.
Yeah.
With 4 successes, Isaac, you're able to tell it's coming from some of the industrial warehouses. You can't really tell where. Jean, you're able to follow the laze back the second it happens, zoom in your optics, and you see a group of Federation reconnaissance troops basically hunkered down in one of the warehouses, just lasing you guys and relaying it back using a radio. Like you're able to home in on
Yeah.
the laser with your optics.
Smart guys, I'd appreciate it. I'm gonna show them that I can also laze them. As as the scope of the fucking 120 just, and because we're moving, this is like a snapshot type deal.
Oh, yeah. I am
Right.
assuming you guys aren't going to stay still under artillery fire.
But the warehouse suddenly comes under fire from the Zaku machine gun. Just
Are you attacking the infantry or the warehouse itself?
You know what? I'll attack the infantry. Because if they're in the warehouse, I expected the collateral damage to be an issue.
With attacking the infantry directly, I am going to give it a -2, just because they are counting as kind of hunkered down
Yeah,
and
their
covered.
size. Yeah,
Yeah.
the size.
So go ahead and roll, please. But if you succeed, you just basically lob this shell straight through an opening and get him.
Nah, damn it. That would be 11. I rolled a 12.
I will remind you, you have 8 narrative points.
Yeah,
you can
just-
easily flip that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll re-roll it.
No.
No, you can just flip by 1. So if it's a failure by 1, this is good for everyone to know. You can just spend 1 narrative point to turn it into 1 success.
Oh. Then yeah, I'll spend it.
I
My
have
bad.
changed the tracker. We're now at 7.
Yeah, I'll spend that narrative point.
Yeah, okay. So,
on
Jean,
Tyson.
you send a burst of 105s. You see them kind of all in your zoomed in optics freeze up as if wondering where it's coming, start to move, but it's too late. You put 3 shells straight through the opening they were kind of clustered around. Bang, bang, bang. There's no more lasing.
Good work, Sergeant Major.
Don't thank me yet. Move in while they don't know what's happened.
The artillery fire is still raining down around you all every now and then, but it's pretty slow artillery fire is what you know. As you push into the suburbs, a rocket launcher is fired, and George scrapes by you, doesn't impact. And you see a group of federal infantrymen just using not ATGMs, just basically disposable rocket launchers firing at you. And when one impacts you, it just splats off your armor. It does nothing.
These are your bamboo spears.
And the infantry starts to scatter again as you are just pushing through. They have nothing to stop you. Fun fact: the Regina doesn't come out for several months in
Yeah.
lore.
Yeah, that's the issue. The
They don't even have Reginas yet.
the Reginas were really useful on the European front, wherever the front line was changing by like a few miles a day. But like kept ebbing and flowing, going back and forth. But that shit don't come out till the summer.
Yeah, right now they're hitting you with laws, basically. Like, and it's just not doing anything.
They call them bamboo spears because they were desperation.
Now, I will eventually start rolling if you all push through this to see if any of them get lucky, because it can still damage optics or sensitive areas. Except Theo, you're good because you specifically reinforce your sensitive areas, so don't worry.
Hell yeah.
I have a question.
but
Can I make a
yeah,
straight shot at the airfield from here?
You would you'd be pushing through this barrage of rockets essentially, but yes.
Alrighty, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, is you having the team go with you?
Well, they better fucking follow, otherwise I'm gonna be in some real deep shit.
All right, everyone. If you are following Isaac in, I'm just going to ask for a movement. I love that I can hear Jean rattling his dice in anticipation. But I need you all to make me a move check as you try to push through the rocket fire of the infantry in the stand.
I have a question actually. Before
Uh-huh.
before the rolls are made, can I give bonus?
Yes, you can. I will let you roll to do that. Now, I will just set out the consequences here. If you succeed, you get out of the town without a scratch. If you fail, you get out of the town, but it might be with a scratch. Either way, you guys are going to make it through the town because your Zaku's going at full speed. Like you can clear this.
Let's see your orders. Go mine.
I'm just gonna yell out, follow me as I just start booking it.
Oh god
So
damn
it's
it!
just straight leadership charm.
And I got if it's keen or charm plus leadership, I
I'm
got
going to say charm.
1 success. Just the one.
Okay, I think that's a +1 to everyone. Like,
Oh, okay. If that's
Actually,
the case,
wait.
then-
I am a commander. It's a +2.
oh right, yes, commander variant increases the
Okay, I
bracket.
got 11 degrees of success.
John, you're good. We're
I
not
got
even going to
4.
worry about you, John. You just push this Zaku one through this town. You're almost ahead of Isaac. You
I got
almost
6
pull him through the
successes. You're
captain.
pulling ahead of me.
Yeah.
That's infuriated. I'm losing a race.
All right, everyone else, go ahead and roll your movement checks with a +2 as rockets are exploding around you. You see federal
got,
infantrymen just
3 success.
2 success.
3.
You get through six. George, Fia.
I got 4 successes.
George, you're through. A rocket bursts off your armor again, and nothing happens.
It's gonna be 8 successes.
Just mosquitoes.
Theo, you're right behind John. You've pulled ahead of Isaac as well. Isaac, somehow both of you, two
wait.
of your subordinates
This is
have pulled ahead.
infuriating.
It's a 9. I forgot. That's a direct order.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
It's your own fault.
And as
too.
you all burst out of like federal infantry hell that you were in for a little bit, again, unable to do anything to you, but by God, were they trying? You see the airfield, and the first thing you see is what's been shelling you. As your computers lays up 2 RX-75 gun tanks.
Hey, big
Eh.
boy.
And Maka calls out, Federation mobile tanks!
Huh. And I turn to the rest of them and says, yes, well, I for one would like to add a mobile suit victory. I'm not sure about you.
Sir,
Just
they
give
only
him
count as-
hell already!
Sir, they only count as AFV kills. Ibaka says before the fire opens up again. And we're going to start with Jean in the lead because he came around the corner first. So,
Actually,
Jean,
can I make a request at this point?
what is... What is your request?
We've been playing for 2 hours. Can we have a bathroom break?
Yeah, you know what? This is a dramatic point where before you begin the assault on the airfield. Everyone, go ahead, take a bathroom break. When we come back, we are opening up on Jean.
Okay. I actually do have a question.
Be right back.
Yeah, go ahead before I
Oh.
dip.
Do we start at like medium range or whatever?
You're gonna start at long range, and I will be giving more details of what is actually across from you. But there's at least 2 gun tanks, and you're about to have a whole lot of Fetty tanks around this
Oh
airfield.
yeah, this is about to be fun. I'm ready.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
As we come back to the combat, Jean, you've rounded the corner and you see the 2 gun tanks, and you see immediately targeting computer lights up tank platoons in hold down fighting positions that have been hastily. The Thetis are clearly not going to make the fight here easy. More than that, your systems are detecting a weird energy spike, but you can't tell what it is or what's happening right now. Either way, we start with you, Jean. What do you want to do? As the first gun tank is turning towards you, and over the just scattered radio comms before the Minovsky interference cuts in, you hear one of the gun tank pilots saying to the other, "It's the Zeeks! Load! Load!"
Well, yeah. Gotta embody go for broke. Gotta make them learn how to shit their pants and cry. The Zaku one, it romps towards them because the Zaku one doesn't exactly too gracefully, especially underneath gravity. But Jean just is moving in. He don't give a fuck about the other tank platoons. Don't give a fuck about one of the gun tanks. He's lighting up one gun tank in particular with malicious intent because you fuckers have been bombarding him for like 15 minutes, maybe an hour, and he's kind of pissed.
Yeah, you see, as you light up and bring up your optics on it, you see this gun tank is emblazoned with a little stars and stripes top hat and a lady under it saying Lady Stars, essentially.
Well,
But
the
it
stars
has the
bel-
red star of the fifth brigade. No, third.
Well,
brigade.
the stars belong to us, so they're doomed to lose.
True.
And therefore, the Zaku one moves towards them, and declaring an excess skill check. Jean moves to snapshot one of the gun tanks twice with
Okay,
the Zaku machine gun.
We'll say that's the first gun tank with good old Lady Stars on it.
And no bonuses, no negatives. Does it have does it have an issue with nimble or whatever?
Nope, it does not. It is just going to be first your movement, and then the second action is going to be your snapshot.
All right.
And then you will get a negative for the second shot that you'll be taking.
Okay, so I'll move first. Uh, 12. That'll. I rolled a 13 on a 12, so I have one failure. Wait, I can. I'm going to use a narrative point to make the movement a success.
You may do so. And they are going. The gun tank is going to attempt to dodge these.
Understood. Now following up with the snapshots.
All right. It manages to have a speed you are not anticipating. Because you've only seen these guys in colonies before where they can't really move as much as they would. So normally you just kind of bowling ball them, like there are pins lined up to get bowling balled. But out here where they have room, this thing speeds off and actually avoids your first burst of fire.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to move like
Oh, that was your movement check first. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you had already. Yeah, okay. Go ahead. That was your movement. Never mind then. I have the number for its dodge in mind. Go ahead and roll your shot. So
My
you've got into
apologies.
medium range.
And okay, now I'll do this. Okay. 6. So my snapshot thing is a 13, and this is an 11.
Okay, so 4
So this-
successes.
It says 3 degrees of success.
Oh, 3, 6. Yeah, I'm bad at math sometimes.
It's okay. I don't mind.
This is why we have
screwing
the
myself up.
calculator.
Yeah, that's why I use it. Yeah.
Normally, I
so,
can guess it right just off the head. If I'm ever wrong, obviously go with what the calculator says.
So this is the first snapshot. Ticket ammo. 3 degrees of successes. Does their dodge?
Yes, their dodge still beats it. So you see the gun tank reposition very quickly and begin twisting its torso to track you.
Okay, and then the second snapshot. Under the -2.
Is you essentially just twist with it to try to take it down.
And roll. That'll be. Oh, that'll be a 6 on an 11. So.
Well, that's enough to activate your full burst value, which immediately kills the gun tank as you see Lady Star veer to the right and have a detonation in its shoulder magazine.
Oh.
One mobile suit victory, I say.
Big tank.
Yeah, jokes aside, count them as mobile suit victories.
Oh, okay.
In universe, no, they're not going to be counted as mobile suit victories until Jabberwow, but since in universe they would be all retroactively changed to mobile suit victories anyways. count them as
Posthumously,
mobile.
my record is going to be looked at.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so you've taken Lady Stars out, and it just veers away. The torso flops forward as their one shoulder detonates, and it is out of action entirely. Who are you passing it to? Jean?
Well, obviously, I'll pass it to my erstwhile commander, Theo.
All right, you've passed it to the young lieutenant
All right, shit.
as you came around the corner second, so it makes.
Yeah.
It does make sense. All right, let's see. We got the gun tank. What do we have looking in front of us?
We got 2 tank platoons, 1 Tin Cod squadron, and gun tank early type.
To clarify, you can't actually see the Tin Cod Squadron yet, as they are taking off as quickly as God will let them from the airfield.
My bad.
I really want to shoot the tin cods before they take off, but I
You
don't
cannot
want to.
see them yet. Is the problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Honestly, right? The gun, but they're 1 gun tank. The platoons of tanks are many tank with many gun.
That's true. And I do know that Isaac is going to go for one of the gun tanks himself. So I will order the gang to deal with the platoons, and then I will, while doing so, I will fire bazooka off into one of the platoons myself.
Hey, Theo, can I perhaps suggest something?
By all means.
So there's this thing in UMP called a mission kill, and it's if in a single attack on the mobile suit itself, you reduce it down to 1 or 2 frame, there's a 50% chance it just like breaks anyways.
Yep.
You have a weapon, the bazooka, that does 7 damage, and
Yep.
all targets we can see have 8 health only. It might be worth it to make this attack aimed.
Fair enough. In that case,
Yeah, the only thing stopping you from just sending multiple bazooka rounds downrange is the stacking penalties and ammo.
yeah.
You can multi-action.
You can theoretically make as many checks as you want.
It's just that the gun tanks do dodge, apparently.
Well, that's fine. I'm shooting at the tank platoons anyway. I would still like to order to give everybody a bonus to hitting the tanks.
So that's going to be your special action and your first
Yep.
action.
I'm going to do the special action, and then I'm going to use the bazooka to shoot at one of the tank platoon guys to try to mission kill him.
All right. So go ahead and roll. Let's hear your order first, what you're telling everyone to do.
I'll go, all right, guys, we'll fan out and take out some of the tanks. Isaac's going to go after the big guys. And was it John got the other one already?
Yeah.
Or scared him off, at least?
It's down.
It's down?
It's
Okay.
dead. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Isaac will take the other big guy. Everybody else focus on the scrubs.
You mean the Zaco?
Yes, the Zaco.
The small fish.
Show them the power of the Zaku.
Go ahead and make your roll, please.
Is it going to be a charm or a keen?
I'm let you use tact in this case, or
Oh,
charm.
okay, cool.
This was a well thought out plan, essentially.
That will be a 6 on 7, so 1 success plus 1 for the commander horn.
Yep. So that's a +2 to everyone. If they follow
Alrighty.
your order.
I didn't mean to do that. My bad.
And now fire the bazooka with a -2 since they are dug in.
-2 to the bazooka. Snapshot, probably.
You didn't make a move check, so it would just be your ordnance, keen, or tact.
Okay.
Remember, you can use your reaction to give yourself a +2, but that's using your reaction.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll
Very
use my
dangerous in these circumstances.
Oh fuck! All right.
we're gonna style on these hoes.
All right, fair enough.
Want to use a narrative point? We have 7.
You just need the
no.
1 success to kill these guys. And they might do something in response.
What if I need to hoard?
That'll be 6 successes.
Okay, they are going to try to react fire on you, but they are actually going to use what I like to call the Type 61 special action. As this react fire they're doing does not actually need to beat you because it's not going to deal damage to you no matter what. As 2 of the T-61s, before you knock them out of action, fire 4 rounds at you, 2 from, 1 from each of their barrels. And suddenly, your monitor lights up as the flash shells deaden.
Ooh, flashbang.
Oh,
You
those
have been stunned.
cute guys. I remember those.
And
boy.
you have destroyed 3 AFVs, however, with that hit.
Shit, all right.
As only 1 is left, and I'm now going to roll mission kill. But either way, you're going to be flashbanged.
Yeah, that's
All
fair.
right, that's mission kill. So that entire platoon got wiped out,
4
and their
victories.
that last spitting action they did was to basically stun you, so their compatriots could maybe get.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Now, do you want a quick overview of what stun does?
Yes.
Okay. Where is the trait actually in the book again? I'm having trouble finding it.
Stun is just like a narrative thing. Like, that's for you, the director, to decide what is
Oh,
most
okay. I'm just going to
appropriate.
default to what we do in ASRD then, which is it's basically because your screen, all your systems are out. Basically, anything that isn't just talking to people is going to have a hefty negative for your next action. And when I say hefty, I mean like a -6 because your system is shut down. Like you are totally.
Okay.
Staring at a white fucking screen.
Exactly. Like, so yeah, if you move, you're blind. If you shoot, you're blind. You're just blind. So
We're on vibes.
But
If
it
you're
is
a new
only
type, this wouldn't
for-
matter.
Use the force.
now I will
This
point
is the
out
Space Node way.
there is plenty of ways to also bypass this, but it is me making you spend resources to do that. Whether it's spending an action to spend time, letting the screen come back to normal, or spending a narrative point to just say, okay, everything booted up quick. Either way, you've spent something to come back, so to speak.
Or open up your cockpit.
Makes sense.
Nothing will go bad if you open up your cockpit.
Yeah, you could always open your cockpit, and that has other consequences. All right, you have to pass it to an enemy now, huh? If you pass it to the tin cods, spoiler alert, they're going to take off.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we can't see him anyway. May as well give it to him.
I
It'd
do
be
think it's
better-
more interesting if they get to start scrambling, so I'm going to pass it to the Tin Gods.
It would
All right,
also be
you all
better
s-
than-
You all see a squadron of tin cods take off from the airfield and like zoom away. They are no doubt going to try to get distance and then come back on. They are going to spend their action doing something else. They are now going to roll against Minovsky interference. Oh my god. Oh my god, no.
how,
Two
how many?
sixes and a
Boxcar?
1.
Oh, what the?
Aw.
What an eclectic roll that was for their comms check. They failed, by the way, as a heads up. But so they are not able to radio any reinforcements at this time. They are going to pass it to Lady Stars, the gun tank. Or Lady
Luck?
Luck, the gun tank. All right, Lady Luck traverses its torso and is going to fire Theo at you because it just saw you wipe out its tank platoon, buddy.
That tracks.
So
Do
it
I see
fires
this?
both of its main cannons at you.
Alrighty.
How far away is this gun tank from us?
Long range.
Isn't there something I can do to like help this out with my own reaction?
Yes, because you're at medium range, so you could do suppressive fire, and that would take successes away.
Okay, so I'd have to wait till they make their attack.
Yeah, they have made their attack. It's happening. It is going to hit him, and he does not have a reaction. So if
Can
you
I
want a suppressive
use-
fire,
Yeah, can I use suppressive fire on them?
yeah, because even just bringing this down to 1 success is huge, because you'll all notice what the gun tank cannon is.
Yes.
It's 8. It's 8 flat.
Yeah.
So if it has even 1 excess success, it is doing a lot of fucking damage.
So this would be like snapshot
You're
or like
fair.
shot keen.
I would say snapshot key.
Okay.
I'd like to move.
Snap-
Can I? If this doesn't suppress it, can I use my reaction to move up and try to kill this guy?
Snapshot
Yeah,
keen.
absolutely.
And then +1 because it's a suppression action, so. Okay. So the threshold's 15. And this will be a 7. So that'll be 9 successes.
Okay, that brings it down to 1 success flat. Isaac, you are going to try to kill it.
Yep, I'm gonna try to kill it. And if I kill it, at least good enough, can I just like kill it before it fires? Is that possible?
Yeah. If because John brought it down to 1 success, the way I'm flavoring this is that it traversed towards Theo. It started to do all the targeting solutions on Theo as it, turned in place. Jean opened fire with his machine gun, forcing it to move and throwing off its calculations. If you kill it with this reaction, because of how many successes Jean got to bring it down to 1 success, I would count it as not firing.
Before I leave, I'd like to say, Norma, put Theo back.
Sir,
And I'm not gonna roll for my snapshot. I'm gonna spend a narrative point.
and they are going to disobey your orders, and your 2 teammates are going to open fire to assist with the suppression. So you take a +2 to the roll.
+4 in grand total because I spent a narrative
Yes,
point.
exactly.
So that's a 16. God, I hope I don't fuck this up. 7 successes. That is a mobile suit kill.
And it is enough as Theo, your Zaku's blaring out that fucking infernal noise, even with the visuals down. And then
Oh, my
suddenly
tinnitus.
the alarm goes silent, and you're still alive. As for everyone
Hell yeah.
else, you see the gun tank just get ripped in half by the explosions from the sustained machine gun fire of 3 Zaku.
And then over yet.
All right, with Lady Luck down, that it only leaves the last tank platoon and the tin cods in the air. And it obviously cannot pass it to any other ally because 1, most of them are dead. 2 of them have gone in a row. So I am going to pass it now to Sigurd.
Get him, boy.
I'd like to use intimidation.
What do you want to do, bud?
Isn't that an action or special
Yeah,
action?
it would be a special action essentially. But what I'm asking is like, what is the desired outcome of this intimidation?
Basically facing toward the last tank platoon, just pulling out my second heat hawk, holding them both up, lowering my head towards them, just yelling, "You ready, boys?"
Over you.
So you're just trying to give them
speakers?
penalties.
Yes.
Okay. So, yep, I'm going to ask you to make a. In this case, I'm going to say this is very much leaning on the threat of violence. So, Wrath, Intimidate. 2d6, please. And I'll give you a +1 due to the narrative circumstances if they just saw what happened to literally everyone else in their company.
All right. So 2d6. Going for an 8. Wait, where's my intimidate? Yeah. 8. That is 3 successes.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna hit them with a -2 to their actions at least, as they are kind of fucking scared now.
And then I'd like to charge.
Okay, remember order of operations. Normally you would have to express that before. Because
Oh.
everyone is still new, I'm going to allow you to do it
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah.
I'm just always going to remind you guys so that it starts kicking home.
Okay. Yeah, so my idea was intimidate, charge, melee at penalty.
Yeah, you absolutely could do that. I'm going to ask you for the movement check, and then obviously your
Yeah.
melee at a -2. And they are going to, I'm just going to spoiler alert for everyone here, they are just going to react fire because they see a fucking Zaku charging them.
All right.
But that react fire is also going to be at a -2 because of your intimidate.
Gotcha.
So
All
go
right,
ahead and give me the
so-
move check.
That is 1 success. Plus
All right,
their
so you
-2,
aren't going
so
to be
3
able to get in.
successes.
You're not going to be able to get into melee range with that because that
Okay.
is just not enough to get that far.
Gotcha.
I will get you to short range, and basically that's where the narrative freezes as they react fire on you.
Okay.
And
I'll go with grit armor shrug off.
you don't have to. They missed, as essentially
Oh,
their shots
okay.
go wild around you. And now I will let you continue your charge and do the melee with a negative because they did not get to take you out on that. That was why I was breaking you there with the 1 6.
Okay. So would I do another move roll, or is that just
No. You just go ahead and
I'm
you go ahead
attacking.
and make your melee as you basically. I'm letting you freely close in now.
Okay, so
'Cause
that's
they
just
can't stop you. Like they,
snapshot at this point.
is there a melee snapshot?
That's what I was wondering.
No.
Well, there's a
No,
melee
no, no.
poise, but
Yeah, no. I'm gonna just melee wrath. Melee wrath.
Melee or not.
So that should be a threshold of 11 for you.
Eight. 3 successes.
Okay, with 3 successes, that's enough to get your Heat Hawks full damage as you cut through the platoon just in a clean line, essentially. And I'm going to roll for mission. That is mission kill, as the entire platoon is destroyed by your Heat Hawk. The last tank left that is mission killed, the crew bails out and starts running. Who do you pass it to, sir?
Let's see. Wrong window. There we go. Let's go with George.
All right, can I even see the 10 card squadron?
Yeah, you could if you're focusing, I'd let you see them.
How far are they?
They would be at essentially the range beyond long at this point.
super long.
Yeah,
Is that one
basically.
AFV I took down?
4 AFVs you took out. Which does make Sigurd an ace like the rest of you now.
Congratulations. Welcome to the club.
I'm only at 6.
And now it is whether George can get that last victory he needs to become an ace.
I thought it was 7 to get ace.
No, it's
5.
5
Oh.
in any category.
Oh, so I have 4 total.
Except
For the
infantry, because
AFPs.
if you track infantry kills, you're a psycho.
No, thing is, only snipers get to do it like that. They're different.
It leans over Jean's sheet.
Oh,
Okay, how many AFPs did I just kill? Was that
4.
3?
You
or
just killed 4.
And then I thought I had 1 back at the bridge.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you're at 6
5,
victories
sorry.
total, but
Okay.
you got your 5th in this combat before you got your
Oh,
6th. So you're an ace now.
I can math.
And you're
10
effectively an ace in the day because this is all happening in the same like 3 hours of combat so far.
Hell yeah.
All right. Anyways, George.
So with wait to act, I just say like the condition for my action to proc.
Yes, those reminder the tin cods have already acted. If you want to do a wait to act of basically moving closer to the airfield and waiting to see if you see anything else pop up, I'd allow that.
Sure.
Okay, so that's you done. You got to pass it to an enemy. There's only one enemy to pass it to. You can't see them though.
They've also already activated, so
Well, no, I'm not talking about the tin cods. I'm talking the other guys. As George, you see emerging from the other flank of the airfield mobile suits.
Oh.
As you see a trio of gun cannons stomping onto the airfield to begin engaging you. Would you like to call out Federation walking tanks, or are you just going to call them mobile suits?
Federation mobile suits over here. So my wait to act procs on these guys, right?
Yes, it does. And we go back to you, George, as your wait to act is over. And it is now your turn as you see 3 gun cannons emerge. These are not gun cannons painted in. These are pre-Jabber refits. So they have shields and they have their cannons. And they don't have a lot else. They have some machine guns too, though, as well. These are things that can engage you on a pier setting.
yeah. Fuck.
How far are they?
They would be at long range, as they are on the other end of the airfield.
How close together are they?
Very close. They are practically hugging each other with how close they're moving as a group. It's very clear these are not experienced Federation pilots. Well, that's a misnomer, anyways. It's an oxymoron, so to speak. There is no such thing as an experienced Federation pilot now. Though you do notice, George, that the lead one has its own unique colors.
Huh.
And when you kind of zoom in on the optic, you see "Remember the Sydney" scrawled on its helmet. And you hear a
Why
voice
would you
over
laugh
comms
at
go.
that?
You hear a voice over comms go. It's them. It's those fucking Zeke Fishhook squad. Spread out and engage. As you hear a very familiar Saberfish pilot's.
Oh, it's this guy. I say.
Can I throw an MS grenade at them?
Yes, you may.
That'd be at a -2 because they're far, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, is that what would that be? Ordnance.
It would be ordnance.
Okay.
In this case, it would be ordnance keen. Because essentially, you see these gun cannons emerge, and you just fucking yeet a grenade at.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and hit all 3 of them with a grenade. I'm gonna use a narrative point to get rid of that negative modifier to the whatchamacallit, the range thing. And I guess I'm gonna throw a grenade and then try and move like behind a building for cover.
Yeah, you can do.
It's smart.
All right. Let's see what we get.
I will ask you for a move check when it comes to that, because if you fail, you'll be caught in the open when it comes to that.
Okay. I got 2 6s and 2. Can I re-roll that with another narrative point?
Yeah, go ahead.
Down to 4.
Bugger. I
What did
got
you
one failure.
All right, the grenade just fucking bounces harmlessly, and you see the Saberfish, the lead pilot, with his custom-colored gym cannon. The others are in like a standard red drab sort of paint with the red star on their shoulders. This guy's gym is in a alternating blue and red color scheme with "Remember the Sydney" graffitied on the helmet.
My
because
eyes.
Because it's like the Australian flag.
Exactly. And basically is called Vengeance of Sydney. He just kicks the grenade away.
Oh.
And then he says, "Nice try. Not going to fall for that old trick." Anyways, George, go ahead and make the move check to get into cover, because you do not want to be on the receiving end of 3 gun cannons.
Yep. 2 1s and a 2.
Yeah.
I believe
That's an awakening
technically-
point.
That is 7 successes.
Alrighty. That is enough to get into cover, and I'm going to say it's some damn good cover, as you essentially, you don't quite trip, that's the wrong word of it, it makes it sound way less cool what you're doing, but you realize, all those hold down positions the gun tanks have would be really nice to crouch in right now behind this building.
Awesome.
So you will count as in cover, meaning they will take penalties to your hit, to shooting at you. So instead, they are going to shoot at the guys they can see. As the Vengeance
Sorry,
of
boys.
Sydney is going to make a leadership check to try to have all the gun cannons go after him.
Should I make an opposing leadership
Yes,
check?
you absolutely should.
What would you like me to roll?
I would say probably tact leadership.
Oh, tact leadership?
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right,
You mean
boss.
all of us have shitty tact? Making smart decisions isn't in our cards. What do you mean?
That's one failure.
That was 2 failures for him. So you both suck at commanding your troops, right?
I mean,
You're
this
both
is
just
kinda
too
fair.
angry.
I'm not angry. I'm a
You're
normal.
excited. He's angry.
Yeah. Please,
And
if
he
you're
is-
gonna judge me for something, judge me for the right things that I actually did.
He is going to try to take you out, Isaac, if I'm being real with you, because
I
he
have
sees
no
your command.
reactions right now.
Yes, exactly.
Sigurd, hey, guy, help.
Little cover fire.
Please.
All right, let me see what he gets.
I remember
Right,
I'm nimble.
That is
one.
going to be 2 successes on his gun cannon cannons.
Does that also include the fact that I'm nimble one?
Yes, it does.
Ah.
Does that also? I mean, no, never mind. This you're not rolling. You don't get a plus. By the way, everyone, you get a +1 because I rolled well.
Yes. Does anyone want to try to suppress this guy, George or Sigurd?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
All right, Sigurd, go ahead. It makes more sense for you anyway, since George dived into cover.
Yep.
So roll with your machine gun, suppressive fire. Please.
Grand total
That will just
plus
be
2.
Yep.
So what am I rolling versus?
You're just MS shot.
Oh.
You all having fun on Earth?
3 successes.
I'm having a blast.
We're about to have
3
fucking
successes, you
6
said, Sigurd?
blasts.
Sigurd, you open fire with your machine gun, and shots start pinging around this guy and his shield, and it makes him twist at the last moment as the shells go flying past Isaac.
You know, when I see
Alright.
the shells fly past me, I can't help but the small smile crack on my face. Now this is a real fight.
He's then going to pass it to one of his wingmates, who is going to basically go far out to the left and is going to try to repeat the same thing, but this time on trying to get a flanking shot on George.
Wait, wouldn't it have to be a friendly?
No, because Vengeance of Sydney was the first enemy to go. This is the second.
All right.
All right, that was boxcars. George, I'm not even going to bother rolling the third dice because you're also in cover and he has already failed his check. So that was your shells impact into your building. Nothing else happens. Debris falls off, rubble's going off. Your cover's taking a beating, but he did not hit you. Now it finally goes to Isaac.
Let's see. Options.
You know Vengeance of Sydney is essentially an ace pilot, in effect in air.
No, I'm just trying to think of what. I'm in a very interesting position right here because, you know, if there was just one less gun cannon, I go into way to act so I can reset the like turn like action economy, so I could do a team action maneuver immediately. But
Yes, but
there
that is why
is one
there's a
there,
third.
so like I'm in an interesting spot right now. Because I can go into wait to act and hope George deals with it, so then I can do that. But I don't know if that would work.
I would advise you should probably engage the one that hasn't gone. Because none of you have reactions except George, and this one's going to go for one of the others who doesn't have a reaction. And at that point, it is just pure bad luck if it hits the person.
Actually, you know, this seems like the exact right time to do this. I'm gonna. How far away am I from these guys?
You're at medium range, effectively.
Oh, is it ace in the daytime?
Yes, I'm gonna snapshot.
It's also you must get closer to them.
Yeah, I'm gonna snapshot, and I'm gonna try to fire it. All three of them.
Okay. All
Triggering
right, so
my ace in a day.
You close. Okay, make me the move check and then snapshot with ace in a day, please.
You said I'm within medium.
Medium range.
Why would I need to move that? When you do a snapshot.
Your baggage.
Well, thing is, that would move me closer though. The snapshot does move me closer already. It's a move and shoot.
Yeah, that's. Okay, I see what you're saying. So, are you saying that you don't have to make the movement when snapshotting at all? Like,
yeah, no. The thing is, when you snapshot, you move one range band if you'd like, and I am.
Okay,
I'm moving
noted.
closer.
So you're just moving. Yeah, I understand. I understand.
I think now's a good time to also bring up that if you snapshotted, you can use a free -1 modifier dodge.
Yep.
If just as a last-ditch effort.
Yeah, which is really important. That was a very good one to bring up because I forgot that rule, Val. So thank you, because that's going to become important for quite a few people if this gun cannon is still.
Yeah, I know who you think I'm bringing it up.
The thing is, I know that because of course I do. I wrote it. Anyways, I'm gonna try to blast the third gun cannon.
Yeah, whatever. Wax poetic after the war's over.
All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna blast his ass. Because I moved into short range, do I get any positive modifiers?
No.
Alrighty. Five successes.
All right. This guy is going to try to dodge. Vengeance of Sydney will just return fire on you with his cannons if you attack him, but this guy is not crazy, so he's going to try to dodge. That is a 2, 2, and a 1. So that is going to be 5 successes on him. Tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker time. 1.
He rolled a 6.
He rolled a
6. You hit him.
You did add your +1, right?
I didn't.
Oh, yeah. All right, then no need for the tiebreaker anyways. So you had 2 successes on it.
Yo. So that's 2 successes?
So his shield is gone, and then you strip away his armor.
Wait, I do?
Yeah. Does burst not go around that aspect?
No, it's just like I did max. You said I got 2 successes of right, because then I would have gotten 6. He would have gotten 5. 6 minus 5 minus 6.
No, you got 2 net.
He had 2 net, which would mean 4 damage total. Because my base damage is 2.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. I was forgetting this isn't a specific other type of weapon. Too
So
used to
I-
the Zeta era now.
Heh.
Everything
You're
kills
too used to
everything so
those
quickly.
MS grenades on the arm.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, not getting into that too much, but yeah, that is where that wire got crossed.
I'm gonna try to blast the second gun cannon. I rolled better
Thanks,
this time.
Fia.
That's 6 successes.
I like the
I-
idea. It's just a fucking Australian flag on the fucking crest.
I love that crush.
That's super cool, honestly.
All right, well, that guy got an awakening point, so he twists out of the way of the shot. This is very unfortunate for you so far, Isaac.
I don't know. I'm wasting their reactions.
True,
Remember,
But it's about
George,
to
you
be a new
can.
combat round.
No, George. Hey, when they react, you can react to them too. You can. Oh,
Real.
shoot.
React to reactions.
Yeah, so long as the enemy does something.
All right, Vengeance of Sydney is just going to return fire on you, whatever you're doing. So just as a heads
I'm
up.
gonna shoot his ass.
He got a 1. He got a 1. That's an awakening point. That's a 2. Okay. Hmm.
5
So
successes.
he got 8 successes.
5 successes. So I'm gonna use my free dodge because I
Yeah,
got
you
5
probably
successes
should.
and I lost. Would that mean I have to beat? I need to more than 3 successes to get no damage done. To be correct.
Yeah, basically.
Alrighty, just making sure. So I need a 13.
What happens here is you open fire on him. He lowers his cannons and fire back, and you try to pirouette while firing at him. What'd you get?
5 successes on my end again.
You barely manage to dodge out of the way as you just riddle his shield with gun.
I guess I have to give it to
So-
the third gun cannon now.
Yes, you do. The third gun cannon doesn't really like what it just watched you do to its team. So he is going to try to just he just braces himself and fires his cannons dead on at you, Isaac.
Can
Help
I
me.
do suppressive fire?
No
You-
need. He rolled a 15. He misses.
Hey,
Well,
hey,
you can still
Sigurd,
shoot
you
him.
should-
You can
You
just
could
fucking
still
shoot.
shoot
Alright.
him.
Wait,
All right,
know,
I guess I can just shoot him. Is he? What range is he at?
That medium. If you're on the airfield at this point, it's medium range to short. Well,
All right. See what I get. All right, that is 2 successes.
all right, that's enough to do some damage to him. Is your round's impact into armor? And finally, we have a new combat return. Hey, PC, would you like to spend that narrative point to just say that you are not blind for this round? Like,
Sure.
Actually, we are low on narrative points right now.
We
I
have
have
don't
a.
worry, I'm
three
about
after
to give
this
a lot back to you because I'm
that's what I'm
spending
about to
3
say.
right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay then. Never
Look, we're about to
mind.
get hit by the reinforcements that the Tin Cods are trying to desperately radio for. Don't worry about it.
As you all see the power flicker in the nearby area.
That's not good.
All right. So, Theo, spend that narrative point to not be blind this combat round because
Wait, the power flickered. We're in Minsk, right?
Yep.
Minsk.
Mince.
Is there a nuclear reactor that just got hit?
you'll have to worry about that another time.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
I don't see how that really helps our immediate situation, Sergeant.
This is about because it's a Minovsky fusion reactor, which means that city's about to be a Minovsky fusion hellscape to clear out. You son of a bitch.
Everything is great. Everything is fine. All right, Fia, you have done
Yes.
something.
I have spent the narrative point. Correct. Yes.
Okay, since Isaac was just engaged in Mortal Kombat, I'm actually going to pass it to you, as you managed to quickly reboot your cockpit and get vision back. And what you see is, wow, that's a lot of enemy mobile suits all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So we got 3 narrative points back from that exchange. Right?
Yes.
So we spent a 4th, went down to 3, went back up to 6.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, unfortunately,
six,
before we start this round, I am going to have to call another pause because I have to go use the restroom. This is going to be our last break of the night, and yeah, so get ready for the finale aspect of this fight. Bathroom
yeah.
break.
That god fucking damn it, power flickering. This is awful. It's going down.
Hey, just don't worry about it too much.
We open up this round with Eufio as your cockpit hisses back to life. You see the gun cannons approaching down the airfield. You do not see the tin cods, but you know they're around somewhere. What do you want to do?
All right. So we know that there's air support. Did my cockpit come on in time to sort of see the lights flicker in the surrounding area?
Yeah, I'm even going to say, because you're farther back, you see that the lights in this suburb area have shut off
Ooh, that doesn't seem good.
behind you.
All right. And I'm gonna do a quick visual scan of the area. That seems to be all of the immediate threats. Is the gun cannon still on the field, and presumably air support, which will be back on the way in a pass.
I have a question. Are you going to flick through your different vision modes using your optics when you do a scan?
Yeah, I'll do a quick trying to gather a tactical oversight of the current battlefield.
From behind the gun cannons, you see a massive heat spike far hotter than any of the reactors in the gun cannon.
Oh, that's bad. Is there any terrain features or far off buildings I can see in that direction? I know we're
Yeah.
sort of at an airfield, so
There is another warehouse area up there.
does it look like a big hangar maybe?
I'm gonna need an awareness check from you if you want to sort of kind of spend time discerning these details.
Yeah, I'll give a quick awareness to sort of figure out what that is, because that will affect what I would do next.
Yeah. All right. Go
Mhm.
ahead and do keen awareness systems.
Keen awareness systems. So that's 4, 3, 3. So that's a 10. Got to beat a 10 on 3d6. That's cocked, but that's going to be rough.
That's MS
I'm-
Awareness 1 on the cheat sheet.
Oh,
Always also remember, if this is an important thing, you can use points.
You also do get a +1 to this.
Oh, true, because it's a Sigurd thing, so it's 11. You have to beat an 11.
No, it's my thing.
Duh.
My good luck charm.
Yeah, I don't have
his good luck charm. Oh, so we get a +1 from the good luck charm.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so that'll be 1 success.
All right, Theo. You're not really sure what this is, but it almost looks like it's where you would house the base's generator. So the base's generator is clearly working overtime to do something. And it is throwing up Minovsky particle.
Huh.
Oh. So yeah, I'm gonna relay that. Guys, I got a big Minovsky particle surge coming from that warehouse in the far back. It doesn't quite look like a hangar, but I'm not sure. In the meantime, I think we should take care of these Federation mobile suits.
All right. Are you going to attack one, Theo?
Yeah. I'm going to take a shot at one of the non-fancy flashy boys and just try to take out one of these gun cannons with a bazooka shot.
All right. Second or third?
Let's go with third. 3's a lucky
Okay.
number.
You bring your bazooka up and fire on third. Go ahead and roll the ordnance, please.
What skill am I using for that one?
Keen.
Keen? All right. 1, 2, 3, 6. That's going to be a lot.
Okay. How many successes?
That's going to be 8 successes.
He's gonna try to dodge. I don't think he's gonna pull it off.
We'll find out.
1, 2, and a 6. So he had 1 success. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. The bazooka
Boom.
round impacts into the gun cannon's chest area, detonating out the back.
Ah.
Add a mobile suit victory as it slumps over.
Hell
You see
yeah.
the vengeance of Sydney's head turn towards it and then laser in on you. All right, who are you passing it to, Theo?
All right. So, fresh turn order. We got a full field. I'm going to pass it to the vengeance of Sydney.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll get him out of the order fast.
Oh, that's not an awful idea. That's
The vengeance of Sydney activates, and you see it look over its shoulder and then suddenly wave its hand as it dives out of the way, as does second gun cannon. As suddenly the hangar doors swing open, and you see what looks like a single tank sitting on the hill, looking down at you all, charging something. And then, to
shit.
your shock and horror, a ship-scale beam weapon fires from the building.
Huh.
it's a floating tank.
Oh,
Yes,
boy.
it is.
Holy shit!
Don't see those ever.
Just a Type 78.
As it fires its beam rifle at we're gonna play Eeny Miny Mo here, by the way, in terms of that. But as you all see the power shut out again as the fucking power grid crashes and the generator shuts off from the energy stolen to fire this shot. All right, call your numbers, everyone. 1 to 5. Call your numbers.
3.
I'll take
4.
2.
5.
Go on.
Huh? Wait, what?
Call your numbers.
What's that? What's not called already?
4 and 2.
I guess
no,
I'm
wait.
I took
4
four.
and 2. Okay, now
Oh,
just
I was
4.
4. I'm 4.
Okay, Sigurd took 4. So all that's left is 1, I believe.
I'm number 1. We are number 1.
You should have
3 is the lucky number for the beam rifle shot.
Woo!
Wait, is George in cover still? Does it matter?
Oh, it doesn't matter here. To experimental beam rifle tech of this shit sucks.
They don't have to worry about colonies.
All right, so who was 3?
That would be me.
Theo. This experimental weapon fires, and again, the only thing you get is the alert of, hey, that's a ship scale beam weapon, but that can't be right. And then you see the beam come right at you.
Oh boy.
Dodge.
At least you are the one that noticed it originally.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to dodge that shit.
Please
You
do,
should-
because they rolled a 1, a 2, and a 2. So
Hey.
that is going to be
Ooh.
a lot of successes.
Hey, you should probably use
Yes.
like a narrative thing on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that
Hey,
if that's
so
cool with
someone else
everybody.
do a suppression?
Not in this case.
Yeah.
Welcome to 4 narrative points banked in for its 1 shot.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're gonna use a narrative point, and that's gonna be evade, right? Which is a move.
Yep, it's going to just be a move check.
Okay. So with the narrative point for the +2, that makes the threshold of 15, and the 1 from the lucky charm. Right.
I don't believe it still applies to the next combat round, but
It's
I'll
just
go.
it's just the next roll.
Okay,
next
yeah.
roll.
So,
I think.
All right. So just 15. Still good though.
yep. All right. So go ahead. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a great threshold. And you need the great. You remember what I said? You're gonna want your tacos.
That's gonna be one success.
Reroll.
Okay, Theo, are you re-rolling?
Please.
You can't
Yeah.
let it get full damage. You have a shield.
Yeah.
You just need to get it lower.
Yeah. I'm gonna try that again.
Re-roll, please.
All right. Here we go. Hot dice. That's gonna be a 1, a 1, and a 5 for a total of 7.
Okay, it's still hitting you. Get an
Gonna be-
awakening point.
How many
You're gonna
successes?
make 9 successes.
What was that?
9 successes.
9 successes total.
Okay, it is still hitting you, but you have gotten rid of basically all the potential pierce damage.
Hey, that works for me.
So this is not going to insta knock you out of action. This instead, good news, Mister. I want a better shield, please.
Yep.
You position yourself so that the shot perfectly impacts into your like knuckle shield and shoulder shield at the same time. Like both of them explode, melted off your Zaku. But by a miracle, you have just soaked a ship class beam weapon that is being used on Earth on a ground vehicle.
Hell yeah.
How do your comms sound right now?
Probably like dog shit. I'm imagining it's a total fucking mess of static and white noise. I'm just gonna kind of like shrug off the slag of the shoulder shield and drop the busted knuckle shield and just kind of like do like a bicep pump flex maneuver.
That's also like a shove it up yours as well.
Exactly.
Fuck you, guy.
You see that the power surge appears to have affected the whole area, including the generator, and even this tank's like cannon after it fires, like it tilts off to the side, clearly having no more juice.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you have all encountered the first of the Federation's experimental beam weaponry on the ground.
Hey, that's really good that it shut off. We might be able to take it, which would be really important for studying what the fuck the Federation is.
That would be
doing.
fucking so wild.
You are not gonna get commended for it because they hate me.
Who gives a fuck about being commended for it? I want them to figure out on a macro scale something that can help against it.
All right, so Theo, it goes back to Vengeance of Sydney because that's whose turn it was.
Yep.
And he is going to follow it up with yeah, he doesn't like you, Theo. You just took out his other gun cannon, so he sees the beam hit you, and he's going to try to double tap you.
I want
Yeah,
to
that's
shoot
fair.
the Vengeance of Sydney. I want to get right up in his grill because I have
Okay,
to get closer.
he has gotten an awakening point.
I
Ooh.
want to get right up in his grill and suppress his stupid ass.
All right, go ahead.
Any modifiers?
No. You just gotta. He currently has 10 successes, so anything helps in terms of wearing this down.
That's 1 success. God damn.
So
Anyone
9
else?
success. Unless anyone else is going to suppress fire, the Vengeance of Sydney, it is going through and hitting.
It will kill Theo.
It may not kill him, but it will remove him from comp.
I'll take a shot too.
If you're gonna take a shot, you should probably use a narrative point just to give yourself the bonus for the stuff.
I'll do that.
All right. Feed me narrative points because I will use those to recharge the generator.
A mobile weapon, battle station is fully
Alright.
operational.
So that's just
Wait, who
you
here
go,
has
shot.
the best shoot check?
Me.
By the
Pretty
way, you
sure
get a
I've
plus one.
got I've got 14 on keen
Unless-
shots.
Unless you used it, I don't remember.
So I used a narrative point that added 2.
Yep. Okay. So go ahead and roll.
Don't
I
forget,
did that. Don't forget what?
don't you have your lucky thing?
No, that's not me.
I mean, have
sorry.
you used your luck point that I?
Oh wait,
that I
no.
created? Like,
Okay, so you have another +1. So you have a +3 total to your keen, which is going to be a threshold of 12 total for you.
All right.
So
Yeah.
roll
I got
3d6, please.
a 11.
Okay, that's 2 successes. Hey, you're reducing the damage down that's going to be inflicted potentially. So we've gone from 10 to 9, 9 to 7. So who wants to keep suppressing Vengeance of Sydney?
Fuck it. Whatever. I guess. Let's go for it.
We'll
Oh
just
wait,
fuck-
did you factor in the additional suppression thing?
Yeah, it's +1.
Yes,
Oh,
but did Mark?
It was the dude who did that.
I'm sorry, I've been.
Oh, that's what's happening. You keep getting Mark and the dude mixed up. That's why you keep asking about Sigurd's luck. That explains it.
Yes.
We found him. We
apologize.
found John Crash.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, so it is down to 6 successes total now. So if someone else is going to suppress, they can. Otherwise, again, Theo's just getting knocked out.
I'll go for it.
This is the last suppress I'm going to allow because I don't really know that
Alright,
you all.
okay,
just...
I've got Shot Keen. Alright, I'm using a narrative point. We're bound to 3 narrative points. It'll be 16, plus the luck point that I haven't used yet. 17.
Die.
That'll be... Okay, on a 17, I rolled a 6. So
Okay, that
that'll
does.
be 12.
John, you follow up the fire that the others put on, and you have been able to basically make it that the Vengeance of Sydney misses, as it essentially has to get into cover to avoid the sheer volume of fire coming at it. Sophia,
Like
you
that
live.
type of gunnery? It's the same
Hell
gunnery
yeah.
It's the same gunnery I used to kill your captain, you son of a bitch.
All right, noted. I'm going to give you all 3 narrative points back as they get the generator.
Oh boy.
By the way, I just want to make it clear that was over the open speakers comms.
Oh, excellent. Okay,
you
so
and
you
I are
did
gonna have
loud.
words later.
Like I just straight up yeah.
Yeah, how do you like that, Fedrat? Maka calls out, mocking.
Oh yeah, you're still
Mic discipline, gentlemen.
Sorry, sir.
How about instead of criticizing my discipline, you aim better?
All
What
right,
was that,
and
Sergeant?
Vengeance of Sydney is going to pass it back to one of you because it has to, since it allowed the tank to go. And it is going to give it to, I'm going to say Jean. Since Jean is trash talking at the moment.
How about enough of you rat bastards? Come on! And I'll declare rolling twice.
What are you doing?
I mean, Jean is just. It's just shooting. Like the fucking the 105 is rattling away.
So I'm going to ask you.
at this.
I'm going to ask you to make 2 shots using Wrath.
All right. Uh-huh.
Because I think we all can agree that was very wrathful from good old Jean.
Yes. Ba-ba-ba. And all right, I've adjusted for it. It'll be rolling on 11 per.
And you are shooting at Vengeance of Sydney, correct?
Yes. He got a mite scared of the tank. And fucking dice went on the table. Rolled a flat 11. So on the 11, so there's 1 degree of success.
Okay, that is enough as he failed his dodge. So you impact him for 2 damage and scrape off some armor.
All right, and rolling again. God damn it! Fucking lost the dice. Okay. 1, 6, and 1. Okay, so 8.
And that's an awakening point as you lock in and you rip into this gun cannon, basically mag dumping it, and it collapses to the ground. It is destroyed. There is a pilot bailout.
Sorry about that. Got a mite overexcited.
All right, John, who are you passing it to?
Well, I figure my illustrious leader, Isaac.
All right, Isaac, it's your go. You've been.
Wait, isn't the 3rd gun cannon fucking dead?
Yeah.
Oh, then simply.
As is Vengeance of Sydney.
The second one's still up though.
Yeah, but so is that tank. I'm gonna attempt a team action maneuver.
I'm gonna add a mobile suit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
All right, Isaac, roll me your leadership. Since I assume you're just ordering everyone to get on that hill.
No, actually, it's I'm gonna shoot at the gun cannon, but what I really really need is that tank with the beam rifle to die.
Oh, so you're ordering them to do what you're not doing.
Yeah. While I handle this gun cannon, I want you to all fucking kill that thing. So what do I roll?
Well, you're gonna have to move closer.
Wait, what? For the order?
Oh no! Sorry. Roll the order first. Yeah.
Yeah, what would I
Just with I'm gonna say charm.
already? Three successes, so that's 3 extra units get to go on the team.
Yeah, so
action.
that's basically everyone who hasn't gone since it's just George and Sigurd.
Yep, I'm gonna press their pulled, and I'm gonna go blast the gun cannon.
All right, you're gonna have to make me a snapshot as you have to move closer to.
Of course.
Then you will be in melee range, which is great because neither of you can do melee.
Actually, here's a great idea. I'm gonna throw my MS grenade first as I snapshot, and then mag dump him.
Sure.
Same same trick result. Let's see, that's 11, 13. I'm gonna spend a narrative point to make that one success. So as to take out his shield because my MS grenade does 4 damage and he has a 4
All
health
right.
shield.
That's a shield blown up then.
And now I'm gonna try to blast his ass again.
Oh my.
And that's 1 success.
He is going to try to die. You know, despite how bad his threshold is, he pulled it off with 2 successes. So good on him as he twists out of the way of the machine gun fire.
You know, just
Barely.
stomping up, and I just, basically like underhand toss the grenade forward with one hand as I'm just, firing wildly with my right.
All right, and that is the end of your go. We're just gonna go down the line. George, your go now.
Squidward!
George,
Good!
you live.
It'll help.
All right, we will go to Sigurd.
Hey,
Oh, my mic was muted.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, never
great.
mind. Welcome back, George.
I'm gonna do 2 bursts with my machine gun and also fire my Vulcan at the same time at the gun cannon early for 3
All
actions.
right, you open fire on the gun cannon early.
All right, shot 1. All right, 3 successes on the first one. All right, next one.
Oh, by the way, just to clarify for everyone how this works with the experimental beam rifle tank, it does not actually act in the turn order. What it is I spend 3 narrative points to have it charge and 1 narrative point to have it fire to represent how janky and crude this technology is right now.
Yes.
All right, 3 failures on the second one, and then let's see what I get for the Vulcans.
I appreciate the city guy got like 3 awakening points though.
Yeah.
Just instantly showed up and was like, hey, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
He's going to be a problem in the future.
And then
Yeah.
the whole team.
I
had
wanted to
turn and
congratulate
fire at
him on
at
his
once.
excellent performance.
All right, I got 1
It
failure
really took
on
the whole team.
Vulcans.
What?
I got 1 failure on the Vulcans.
Okay, so none of your attacks hit.
No, the first one did.
Okay, what did you get on the first one?
That was what was that? Let me control Z. Can I control Z in Excel? Yes, I can. It was 2 successes.
Okay, so that is 4 damage. So you strip away this gun cannon's armor. You're just lighting it up. You guys are really turning this into a mech warrior fight of all things. Is peel away the gun cannon's armor, and it's fucking getting badder. I'm going to make a roll for this guy before we go to.
You dare refuse my betrayal?
All right. The gun cannon pilot has crit failed with boxcars. His composure as over the local comms you hear, "I surrender! I surrender!" And you see it start to power down.
Okay, that's useful.
All right. Is that a mobile suit victory for George?
Yes, it is. Sigurd, your go, bud.
So aim is only a reaction. Is that correct?
You would spend your reaction to aim. Yes.
So I couldn't sacrifice like movement instead.
No, you because movement would be part of your action.
Ow.
You can do like a raw move type deal to get closer to something like tank, and then do a multi-action to shoot at it if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna rush the tank and try to do the pretty much same thing with the grenade and then the machine gun.
Wait, what tank?
I can't
I
attack
assume he means the beam rifle tank on the hill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The one you told him to attack, Captain, if you would recall your logs a little bit ago.
Mm. Sorry, I've been
Right, so
sick all day.
Sigurd, could you replay for me what you're doing real quick?
So I basically want to make a run at the tank and then lob a grenade and then shoot.
Okay, you're going to make me a snapshot at a -2 due to out of range. So that is going to be snapshot ordnance.
Okay. And do I have the bonus for following orders?
It was a team action maneuver. There is no bonus,
okay.
unfortunately.
Gotcha.
However, you could activate "It's me you want" because this is a attack. This technically this
Oh, it
entity has attacked a
its
squad mate.
ally. Yeah. And it has focus on me.
All right. So if you do so, if you don't kill this thing, just
Its
understand
next
you're getting
turn
beam
is
rifle.
coming at me.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, I'm not gonna invoke that. But it is probably gonna take a shot at me anyways. Are you still going random, or is it just gonna outright?
it's going to probably take a shot at you because
One,
you're assaulting its
probably,
position
yeah.
anyways. So there's no reason not to.
Because my other thought was aiming properly and taking a shot at just the Tin Cod Squadron.
Yeah. Okay. You can attack the Tin Cod Squadron instead if you'd like.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
noticed them
Because they have
flying
definitely come
around
back
and-
to the AO at this point.
Yeah. I'm gonna figure left alone, they could cause some other damage, get some more reinforcements, do something.
Yeah. I mean, they do have a bunch of missiles. Like.
Yeah. All right. Let's not forget about the flies. But yeah, there's nothing I can do aside from just narrative point to increase my aim.
Yeah.
Ahead of turn. Okay. I'm gonna use one.
Yum, yum, yum. Narrative point.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'll be giving you that one back immediately after your turn.
Yeah, I figured. And yeah, I'm just taking a shot with the MS machine gun.
All right. Go ahead and roll, please, as the Tin Cods come screaming in.
That is an 11. Add +2 for the narrative point, so that's 1 success.
All right, 1 success. They did not realize any of you were aware they were coming in, so they're not going to dodge. So that 1 success is enough to knock out one of the Tin Cods in the squadron. So add a fighter victory. and then you have to give it to the tin cods because the gun cannon pilot has surrendered.
I shall do that.
All right. The tin cods activate. I'm going to use a narrative point and give you all back one immediately. We're gonna play our favorite mini game again. Choose a number between 1 to 5.
1,
5.
Please let it
Four.
be me.
Fuck it, I'll pick 2.
3.
All right.
I think we should put these in text from now on.
No, it's fine. I just roll and you just tell me if it's your number. This is honor system.
Okay.
Like 2. Who
Okay,
is lucky
that's
2?
me.
All right. It is firing at you, Jean. And this is where I remind everyone that you can spend a narrative point to guarantee you are able to bail out of your mobile suit.
Well, actually, because snapshot.
Yes, you got a free dodge.
Yes, you do get a free dodge.
Huh. All right. Well, let's bank on it, eh?
All right. Tell me what you got in.
I'll add a +2 to this with a narrative point because hey, how many narrative points had been spent thus far?
No, but the thing is, that's why we keep ending up in this situation.
I know, but we have to deal with it, okay?
All right. So you guys have given me a narrative point back, so there has been no change on the narrative point tracker net wise. It is
Okay. So that'll improve this back up to a 13.
This tug of war is killing me.
Okay. Okay, thank God. That's a 10 on a 13.
4 successes.
that was just enough, as it only has 3 successes, as the beam shot, John, flies right by your head. And I'm going to spend 3 narrative points as it begins charging again.
Okay.
Uh,
Someone
so-
please
8.
kill that son of a bitch.
So, oh wait, nope, that is the wrong way. That is your narrative points now, not mine. I was too greedy.
I'm
It
spending
took all
3
your
narrative points of yours.
Yeah, your narrative
Ah!
point. I've deleted your narrative point. Anyways,
Wait,
Kid
are we
Cod
back
Squadron
up to
comes zooming in because there is still a conventional enemy unit here, and they are going to fucking blind fire their rockets at you guys.
George, you have your reaction.
I'm gonna say yeah, George, because he does have his reaction.
Do I use my reaction on these or the tank?
You could use them on the tin cod. We're about to go back to the top of the turn order.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the Tin Cods have gotten a lot of successes on their attack on you, George.
They're hitting me.
Yes.
Oh, if that's the case, I don't know. If you figure it out, bro, hand on your shoulder.
How does Shrug Off work again?
You gamble your armor against the attack.
It can allow you to fail to meet up to their hard standards, but at least you will take less damage.
I need to stress, they have 8 successes. Choose wisely.
I don't know which one to choose. All right, explain Shrug Off again.
So basically, instead of rolling against the stat, you roll against your armor, and you're gambling your armor against the attack, where it could really end up fucking you, or it could really end up just completely negating the attack. I will pull up the exact wording.
So, like,
In
allow
place
me
of
to
dodging,
explain.
unit is allowed to attempt to see if it can weather a hit without taking any damage, doing a shrug off. A shrug off is just like a dodge or parry mark, but unlike a normal skill check, it utilizes your current shield HP or armor value. So, for example, a shrug off check could be something like grit plus maneuver plus shield HP. When a shrug off check is successful, but still worse than the attacker's check, the amount of damage applied is the difference between the defender's successes and the attacker's successes. Example, a defender rolls 2 successes and the attacker rolls 3, therefore 1 damage is applied. So they have 8 successes.
I'll try to move, I guess.
All right, make me the dodge.
2 1s and a 3.
Woo! All right, how many successes is that?
Woo!
Awakening point.
That's 7 successes.
All right, so one they still hit you, so you're just taking a base damage of 3.
That's so much better.
Yeah, that's
So
so
much
much better.
Yeah.
So George, your armor's gone. You have alarms blaring in your cockpit now.
All right.
That is the Tin Cod's done. That is the combat round over as we go back to the top.
Also, everybody gets another luck point.
Yay!
Excellent.
True.
Can we put that on like the combat tracker? Maybe, like,
You should
on
have
the
a
right?
thing on your own character
It's
sheet
called
to do
check
it.
modifiers in meta. But the reason why it's not on the combat tracker is because you could roll multiple 4 successes and it could just keep growing. So
Alright,
Oh,
so-
it's
we'll just
X.
I'm going to say at this point, I'm going to give it to Isaac to open up with, since Isaac is team lead, to try to kind of reorganize and plan this out, because it's just the Tin Cod Squadron and the Beam Rifle Tank. But you know there must be reinforcements on the way at this point. This is taking too long. You have been here for almost half an hour in this one fight.
our reinforcements or theirs. That's very important.
Anyone's guess.
All right.
But remember, the 2nd Battalion is landing by airborne operations at this airfield to try to flank the city. The longer this airfield isn't secure, the longer a delay that the 1st Battalion is fighting an entire brigade by itself.
I'm gonna give an order then, and I'm gonna say to my specifically, my what was it? What's their name? Is it Maka and what is it? Nem something?
It is Nera and
Nerma.
Maka.
Nera,
Nerma.
Maka. I see that beam cannon tank. I don't want to see it anymore. Can I be any more obvious?
Yes, sir. All right, they are going to try to attack it themselves as they begin charging towards the head.
And I'm gonna open up on the Tin Cod Squadron because I cannot. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna also, just for real good measure, gonna make this attack aimed. Did you say something, Perry?
No, go ahead.
Well, what am I rolling?
It would just be your king.
So let's see. -1 because of nimble. So that brings me down to 10. +2 because of aimed. 12. I
Plus
just
1
need the...
because of luck point.
Yes, so 13 in total.
I love just the quiet. Don't forget the luck point every now and then. Like,
It's very funny.
The thing is, it's super useful because I forget everyone else's baggages and bonuses all the goddamn time.
I'm trying to make sure people don't forget it because I'd forget it. But
Yeah.
7
I'm
successes.
all right, Tin Cod Squadron's gone.
And, you know, I look over to the rest of my boys who aren't Nama and Maka.
Nera and Maka.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Maka and Reyna.
Nermal.
And I look
Oh my
over
god!
the...
Actually, I'm gonna change it if we get a replacement for Nera at some point to rate it.
Just to fuck
All
with
right.
me. Anyways, I turn to them and I say, you know, Lieutenant Theo, I said I want the tank gone, and all of you shot at the Tin Cods.
And on that note, I give you a narrative point back as the beam rifle tank fires head on into one of the rookies, who is unable to dodge it as it punches straight through his cockpit.
Fuck.
Jesus
You
Christ.
see Nera's Zaku
Damn it.
pirouette. You see Nera's Zaku pirouette as the hit then seems to cause something else. And Maka goes, "What the? The reactor!" And then there's a reactor detonation. Maka's Zaku is destroyed in the reactor detonation, as 2 of your teammates are now dead.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Shit.
Ain't being right.
Isaac, who are you passing it to?
John, because I want this this tank thing gone like it should have been last turn.
It's funny you say that because I just rolled a composure check.
All right, what was the result of your composure check, dear John?
On 8, I got 3 degrees of failure.
John, it's your go.
And I'm not going to scream. Jean just roars as the Zaku 1 just barrels towards this fucking tank. And it was at long distance if you're on the airfield, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a question,
So,
Perry.
In text, please. John is in the middle there.
excess, just excess action, like charging. So it would be a move followed by a melee attack.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I'm definitely going to say Wrath, by the way.
Yep. Whew. That'll be a 5 on like a 10 because my wrath is lower than my poise. So,
Alrighty, so you just go charging on up the hill. You make it. I'm going to give you +3 to your melee attack as you reach the.
The Zaku machine gun is tossed to the side, and like tossed to like the left, and the right hand that tosses the machine gun, with the same motion, just rips the fucking Heat Hawk from its mounting as Jean raises it high and just brings it down with all the hatred that he can muster.
Right, it is
Because-
unable to dodge because it is hooked up to the reactor. Go ahead and roll your melee with a +3.
All right. Do I
Don't
also
miss. Just
do I use a narrative point?
I would say
Yeah.
so. Why not?
Okay,
Guarantee
fuck
the
it.
if you don't guarantee the kill, it will just do
It'll
something.
delete me, So, all right, using a narrative point. Okay, so rolled a 11 on a 15.
All right, that does it. The Heat Hawk comes down, and you slice this experimental tank clean in half, destroying the weapon and creating a minor detonation in its compartments.
Damn.
And the Heat is raised again. Raised again. Raised again. Just it.
Eviscerating it.
Jean is angry, and the Heat Hawk is grabbed in both hands, and again and again and again until it is unrecognizable.
All right. We have a lull in combat as there are no enemies left on the field. What do you all do?
Theo, a moment, please.
Yes,
We're
sir.
just gonna go make sure the POW gets out of the gun cannon.
He does. You've captured a
over
gaggle
the-
of tankers as well, basically, and obviously the logistics crew are coming out with their hands up as well and whatnot.
Be moving over to John and like kind of pulling him off or putting a hand on the shoulder type thing.
They were kids!
Yeah. Almost all of them are nowadays.
Damn it!
Well,
All right.
we did what we could.
We zoom over to Isaac and Theo's conversation.
Mhm.
Because I want zero chance of the men to hear this, I have gotten on the Zaku's hand, and I've expected Theo to do the same.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll hand out and step out onto it.
What was that?
What was what, sir?
I have a question, Theo. What were my specific orders to you?
Your orders were to take out the beam rifle tank, sir.
And what did you do following me asking that?
I engaged one of the mobile suits, sir.
I just have this dour look on me. Do you see? And I gesture over to where, the big fucking hole in the middle of the airfield. Why I asked
There's
you
a
to do
single
that?
There's a single scorched Zaku helmet in the center of the hall.
Yeah. Just gonna like grit my teeth and kind of like the yes, sir.
Because you wanted glory. You might find this funny, but even I have enough wherewithal to follow orders. At least try to. So our friends here, I'll have to write a letter for them. I'm sure their parents will be quite thrilled, especially with me.
Would you like me to write the letters, sir?
That's not how this works.
I have spent a narrative point as I have an interjection in the form of a Federation sniper. And
Oh,
there is suddenly a ricochet off the hand of the Zaku, basically the thumb eyes, whizzes between you and Theo. He rolled boxcars, so he missed.
I turned that way, having not ducked at all, and I just wave.
All right, I'm gonna roll a composure check for him. That is boxcars again. What the hell? All right, this dice is not being used for Fetties anymore.
Loaded dice jail.
Loaded dice in your favor, apparently, as players. Like,
I'm
what
okay
the
with
fuck?
that.
And I
there
looked
is no
down-
more sniper shots interrupting the conversation.
I looked down at Theo as Lieutenant, if you would please stand.
yep. I'll stand, arms folded behind the back, basically expecting to get my ass fucking slapped.
I put my shoulder on Theo's, and Theo has grit 5, so one of the grit 5 players, right? Just making sure if I'm
Technically,
Yeah.
I'm only grit 3, but I'm tall and big.
So, this looks kind of funny because I'm pretty short, and I say, there can be no fuck-ups out here.
Yes, sir.
Now, good work with the rest. Get the rest of first team squared away.
Right away, sir.
We go back over to we're gonna go to George and the POWs. George, you're kind of just staring at them with your Zaku. It's like a gaggle of logistics troops, a few surviving tankers, and a single gun cannon pilot, all with their hands in the air. Are you corralling them somewhere, or are you just gonna kind of keep them under the Zaku Mono Eye and keep an eye on?
I'm probably just gonna get them like behind a building, just like
You could put them in one
In
of
a
the
line of-
old gun tank dugouts if you want. Like,
yeah, sure, and just have a bit of an overwatch while also behind some cover.
there is a momentary panic as for a moment they think you're putting them in a mass grave, but when they realize you are not about to throw a 105 shell into the hole, they all calm down and sit down.
I'm gonna go over speaker. Any artillery we should know about before we all get vaporized?
One of the tankers just says, "No, they're not allowed to fire here because of the generator. It's a Minovsky one. If it goes up, we all die.
All right. Sit tight.
All right, and we cut over again to Jean and Sigurd. As you are standing over the Minovsky generator in the ruins, you have a clear look at the other side of the plain. Jean, you
Yeah.
see an armored company rolling this way.
And it is not Xeon.
You see 3 platoons of T-61s and 2 gun tanks charging towards the airfield.
There's just a moment. He hangs his head for a moment. And then the Zaku stomps over to where it is thrown. It's 105 millimeter. And picks it back up. His voice crackles over the comms. We got incoming armor and 2 gun tanks. How copy?
Sergeant George, if you would so kindly disable the gun cannon before we move over. Don't mind the POWs.
Yes, sir. George just takes the heat hawk and kind of burns the cockpit and like melts the guns.
Is there any ordnance left on the rookies?
On the what?
On the
The
rookies.
rookies.
Wait, does you
No,
need, do
that
you need,
reactor
Okay.
detonation took out anything
I
that
just
was.
meant like ammo.
yeah, do you need ammo?
Not desperately. I was just gonna resupply.
Because I
It
don't
was
have a
there.
heat hawk. When I run out of my ammo, I just go back to full. I can give you ammo.
I'm gonna make that the
Uh,
limit of no, you cannot hand out your extra ammo to other people.
Ah, what's the point of having the extra drum?
So that
Like a
you don't
Borks
run
and
out of ammo.
Borderlands shit.
Is there some like scrap metal or like some vehicle I can pick up with a Zaku to use as his field?
I have a question. If this is a new combat encounter, do I have my reaction back?
Oh yeah, everything is refreshing because this is a Federation counterattack, so this is not the same fight. In terms of getting a shield back, I'll give you a 1 HP shield from like a fucked up tank.
Roger.
Can I get one of those too?
And yeah, you can all get one fucked up T-61 tank shield.
Yes.
Fucked
You
up tank
remember-
shield. Is it?
You remember something that Mista warned you all about that I forgot to bring up at the briefing, so we're having a flashback. She basically said, you can expect the Federation to try to counterattack any position they've lost. This is Earth. This is their home. They will view every bit of dirt, no matter how insignificant, as almost sacred. And to allow us to sully that dirt is something their leadership cannot allow. Anytime you defeat the enemy at a defensive position, expect a counterattack to follow. All right, and with that out of the way, we begin. And since you are all now in a defended position, I'm going to let each of you go before the enemy does, as they are essentially charging across an open field.
May I give an order?
You may. We'll start with you, Isaac.
I'm gonna say to everyone, big ones first, followed by the little ones. So I don't know about you, but I certainly don't want to be hit by one of those cannons. Keen leadership.
Yes, sir.
1 success, which becomes a +2
2.
because of
+2 to
command
everyone.
area. Except myself, of course. Also, remember, P Crush, because you're an officer specifically to everyone else except me, you can also give them an order to do the same damn thing.
Ooh.
Yep, that is true. You can stack order bonuses if there's 2 leaders.
So your order was to take out the little ones and the big ones, or the big
Yep,
ones and the little
yeah,
Big
ones?
ones
focus
and then
fire
little.
on big ones first.
That would have been very funny if Theo heard it as, yeah, you heard it. Focus fire on the little ones, because then I feel like Isaac would, after this fight, actually grab him and start shaking him.
It's beat his
Only
ass.
behind the closed doors.
Yeah.
There is a Theo will remember this pops up. Positive.
Now I'm gonna try to blast the first gun tank. And for the viewers at home, it's 2 gun tanks, 3 tank platoons.
You see that the first gun tank has the stylized image of what looks like some medieval knight with wings on its back, and it says Winged Hussar.
I don't know what that is, so
Exactly.
is it a hussy? I know what a hussy is.
You're not sure, but it doesn't look like a hussy.
I would like to do
Either
run
way.
this snapshot. I'm gonna
Yep,
stay in my
go-
position. I'm gonna do it, but do as a snapshot. So
Are you basically flavoring this as moving around rather than hunkering down?
Yeah, the thing is, I have 0 attachment to this piece of ground I'm in. I'm totally willing to abandon it at the
Unlike
drop
the
of a hat.
fence. I understand. Go ahead and roll snapshot.
That was fucking dog shit. 3 failures. I'm gonna re-roll that because I want to do something with this.
Yes, give me narrative points. I no longer have a beam rifle tank, unfortunately. Jean
Thank-
saw to that.
Thank Christ.
That is
I marked an FE
significantly
kill.
better. 7 successes.
All right, you light up that first gun tank and destroy the Winged Hussar immediately with your volley of 105 shells as it careens to the side. They are now aware that you are. They are now aware that you are aware of them, so they will be dodging from this point on. All right, who are you passing it to, Isaac?
Okay, let me think. Who is most likely to kill the... Actually, I think I should give it to Theo.
All right, Theo, your poll.
For the order, yeah.
All right, so I will. There's 3 tank platoons and 1 more gun tank.
Yes.
Correct.
Remember that you've got your orders.
Yes, I will. I will also put down the orders and say, just like the captain said, we're taking them down. Big guys, then little guys. Focus fire. Don't let any of them through.
Leadership tack.
Ooh, that's gonna fail.
Reroll.
Yeah,
you could
fuck it. All
reroll.
right.
Did you also have a luck point left over? I don't.
That wouldn't have made the difference.
It'll make the difference this time. Trust.
Yeah, so we'll
Need
do.
to add a soundboard sound that just. Did you use your luck
Did
point?
you use a luck?
That's gonna
no,
turn into a
no,
meme
I know,
poster pinned
I
in
know
the
what I'm
snap.
gonna use. I know use.
All right. So what is the result the second time around, Theo?
The second time around with a luck point, we'll get 2 successes.
Okay.
And
then-
Commander.
Yeah, with Commander, that will be a +3 to everyone, so +5 total for everyone.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
God dog. And maybe a luck point if you still have them.
So, Theo, are you also going to fire at the bazooka at the gun tank?
Yes, I will also do so.
All right, go ahead and roll your ordnance, please, as you just swing up the bazooka.
Oop, I gotta roll a 3rd die for that shit.
At least you're not Perry, who's using just a single dice.
So that's gonna be 1 to 1 and a 6, so that's gonna be 8 on
Awakening.
12.
All
5.
right, that's an awakening point. One of the tank platoons is going to attempt to flash shell you to stop you from doing.
That tracks.
Can I shoot that tank then?
Yes, you can. Their flash shells miss as they, traverse to fire at you, and then Isaac uses his reaction to fire at the first tank platoon.
What would it be?
It will just be your keen. Just make me a snapshot again, basically.
It's my best skill, so I'm gonna try to keep using it as much as possible. That's another awakening point and 6 successes.
Nice. Alrighty. That is enough as that takes them out, essentially.
Hmm.
All right, that is the first tank platoon wiped out by 105 shells. Clearly, Isaac is not playing around right now. So add 4 AFE kills, please.
Yo.
The gun tank is going to try to die. That's a 5, and a 5. Okay, the gun tank has utterly failed at die. And you hit it with the bazooka head on. Bang! It blasts through its armor and it detonates a big gouge in the frame. And it has failed its mission kill test, which means it is mission killed. Add another mobile
Hell
suit victory
yeah.
as the gun tank skews to the side. All right, Theo, who you're gonna pass it? I assume we're just going down the list at this point. Well,
Yeah, we might as well.
Jean, your activation.
Wait, that wasn't a team action maneuver. It has to go to an enemy now.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. No,
That's
no,
true.
no, 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 no. At the beginning of this, I said that because I'm letting you all defend this entrenched position.
Ah, I
I'm
see.
treating it
Alright.
as a team action maneuver. You almost
Immediately
screwed me.
advantage.
I screwed you guys out of the bonus I gave you.
Um,
John, you're good.
so by this point, he's had the opportunity to kind of cool his head a little bit and really settled into the realization of what this is all going to entail. The Federation has more reserves and more equipment and more manpower and more everything,
Everything.
and they have lost their advantages from space combat that did exist. And to that end, he just grits his jaw, multi-target against both tank platoons, and just the Zokin machine gun just comes up mercilessly. He's not going to use it like with that rage that he tapped into in his fear and panic, but with nothing more than the old reliable experience that he
Alright.
can draw on.
Make me a shot keen. +5 on the first one, +3 on the second one.
Okay. So let me put in the threshold.
And they are going to pop smoke, so that is going to reduce it again. So before you roll, it's now a +2 for the first one, and it is
Flat.
Flat on the second one.
Okay.
But hey, that's way better than not having a chance to hit them.
Yeah. And that'll be a 15 on the first one, with 2 degrees of success because of the 16 being the threshold.
Okay. So that is going to be 2 degrees of success. So you knock out 2 of the AFEs in the second platoon, but the other 2 keep charging forward.
Yep. And roll again. That'll be 2. So 9 plus 3, 12. So that's 3 degrees of success on the next one.
All right, and again, kind of same thing as before. You knock out 3 of the AFEs in the third platoon, leaving only 3 tanks total between the 2 platoons. And it is now, I will say they are going to start retreating, but George, it is your go. You see the tanks starting to speed away towards the tree line.
All right. I think I'm gonna do 2 bursts with my machine gun and 1 with my Vulcan again. Starting on the second, and if they're gone, then on to the third.
All right, just as a heads up, the Vulcan's basically going to be adding -6. The range.
Never mind though.
Nah, I'm pretty sure you can just nail them with the machine guns because of the sheer degrees of success we got. On like our orders overall are giving us a +2.
Oh, yeah.
Even with the,
Yeah, I
smoke.
forgot to add that initially. I got 10
Oh,
success.
did I didn't add.
All right,
I didn't
that
add
is-
luck.
That is the second tank platoon wiped out as you get 2 AFE victories, and it is just one little tank speeding away on its own now.
All right, next one.
All right, what'd you get, George?
That would be One failure, sadly.
All right, that little tank has evaded your attack. Sigurd, it comes to you. It is only one tank. It is no longer attacking your position. It is instead running like hell is on its wheel.
Taking the shot.
All right, Sigurd, you bring up your machine gun.
I have a bonus of 5. The 2 orders in the left, right?
Yeah, it's far enough away from the smoke cloud.
Okay. Snake eyes and a 2.
What a thing to roll an awakening point on, as you effectively execute this tank with a single 105 shell that impacts it in from the rear and lifts it into the air, flipping it before it lands on its turret, crushing itself.
Thought you could get away.
Yippee!
Combat comes to an end. A flare, you all send up the flare you need to signal the 2nd Battalion, and within the hour, 2nd Battalion's tanks and mechanized infantry are rolling off the Gaul, heading for the city. The battle for Minsk goes on, but your role in it, for now, is over. At the end of the day, you will find out that in the first hours of combat on Earth, and I need to stress this, the first 5 hours, 100 Zaku's and their pilots were lost in action. After weeks of no casualties from the Zaku Corps.
There are entire classes that have been wiped out.
Correct. And there is one question that lingers in the back of your minds, especially those of you who are old graduates. Who's replacing these losses? And that is where we end the session.
No, actually, I would like to do one thing. If you, I'd like to have words with my subordinates.
That will have to wait for another time.
I desperately have to feed my cats.
I heard that.
Yeah, I heard them in the background every now and then. You will have to wait until next session, where you will all have a breather from the combat. As from this point on, you will essentially be in constant action for the next 2 weeks.
Awesome.
And we're not going to fight out every one of those combats. So you're all just going to roll me a 1d6, and that's how many victories you get of tanks, fighters, or mobile suits.
Yeah. Like right now, or
Yeah, go ahead and roll, because it is just like I said. You from this point on, you're in 2 weeks of constant combat, essentially.
I got
But it is
2.
all in the background, and we are next session will be, all right, we did it. We pushed them into
got a
Poland.
2.
Let's have a breather.
all right. Let me roll.
6. I rolled 6.
This is a 4.
Yep, and you can make it any division you want of mobile suits, fighters, and tanks.
I'll count like 3 fighters and another tank. Jean,
Do 1 mobile suit, 1.
6 more tanks then.
I don't need to pad the mobile suit stats.
And next session, just to keep everyone on the same page, it will be a hybrid session, meaning you will have a big downtime portion and then another combat. That combat will be the battle for the Vistula.
Okay.
Well,
So it was roll 2d6 to see what the rest of our
1d6.
kills were. 1d6.
26.
Basically, I'm giving you some free extra kills because the thing is,
Alright.
I'm not going to want to play out every attritional battle where you're fighting
No, that
3
makes
petty
sense.
tanks in a forest.
that would feel bad.
Yes.
At a
I
mobile
have already.
suit
I
and
want to
2
save that
more
for
tanks.
ambushes, dramatic moments, or big battles like the Battle of the Vistula that's coming up. But you are all not getting rotated out of combat because of where you are with the invasion for a while. So this is my way of saying, yeah, you guys were still in action. Yeah, you guys got some victories. It didn't happen on screen. Don't worry about it.
All right, rolling. Sorry, I meant to mute.
No
Got
worries.
my first and only mobile suit kill off screen so far.
So that is the session over. Thank you all for playing. I hope you've enjoyed the first session of the Earth Attack and its horror.
Yeah,
It was fun.
it's kind of great. I like how death is not far. We should roll
Well-
the stress stuff, right?
Yeah, I was about to say. I was just gonna say. Perry, maybe from sessions going forward, if you could call for a moment of silence so I know I can turn off the recording whenever you feel like it's necessary. Anyways, combat. fatigue.
Generally, I will just generally what I will say is, all right, that's session. Seriously, that's what it comes down to. If I say that session, stop recording because I don't care about the stuff we do like this with stress rolls and whatnot.
Got it.